Welcome to the GRG podcast, the place for all your gaming news, plus hot topics of the week. Also remember to follow us on Twitter at KMega4.
What's up, everybody? The GRG podcast is live. And man, it is kind of a slow week if you kind of want to look at it from the standpoint of just really big time news, but there is still plenty to talk about. Very excited about that. The rest of the guys will be coming in later, but without further ado, let's get to the panel. Because, I think when we get to the second and third topic, I think we're going to be really long, especially talking about that ABK deal. So, and what's going on between Sony and Microsoft on that. So let's go out and get started. Go ahead and start hitting up Viper. What's going on with you, bro?
Out for work. Just gonna relax for tonight. I'm gonna talk some SHIT. And, try to make it a little bit interesting tonight.
Oh yeah. I already hear the pushback. The pushback is already coming. Yeah, no doubt about it. And, man, we have the tired one. This man came in here and was sounding all mopey after being disrespectful and Henri on next podcast last night. So you know what I'm saying? So we could beat them
Was
legs
I?
in.
I don't think I was.
Yeah,
Okay.
man. Yeah, man. So yeah, we're gonna beat them legs today. Uh anyway, what's going on with you, Dark? How you doing, brother?
What's up, man? Yeah, just tired today. It was a
Mhm.
long day. But yeah, I'm ready to get into this show, man.
All right, man. We're gonna get into it. And yes, you will be seeing some high on life gameplay with with a classic and with a game I don't know if a lot of people know about. So you know, for the people that's watching, man, I hope you know that. I hope you pay attention to the gameplay. I will say this, for sure. I beat High on Life just you know, I would say this morning, last night-ish, whatever. I would say this morning. It was around like 2 o'clock, 2 a.m. My time. And man, I can't say enough about the game, but we'll be talking about it here a little bit later. But let's go ahead and get started, man, and let's talk about Nintendo. I watched the Nintendo Direct. Did anybody else on the panel watch it?
I did.
Hell no.
You did? Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and go to the person that did watch it, so we can compare notes. Okay. All right. What did you think about it from a grade level right off the bat? What do you give it? Was there any games that you seen that caught your interest? Yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen it, if you hear the expression in my voice of not that much enthusiasm, yeah, but I don't know. Dark might be thinking a little bit different. I don't know. What do you think? What was your letter grade first, and what was any of the games that you thought that would catch your attention or did catch your attention?
D minus.
God, hey.
It was. There was a lot of stuff that I was just like, I don't even care about any of this at all. I actually watched it like half asleep. The only thing there was only two things that I actually was like had any remote interest in, and that was Metroid Prime remastered and Tears of the Kingdom, and that was it. The rest of
Okay.
it, I was just like, okay, I could deal with without the rest of it. I mean, Tears of the Kingdom looks fantastic. I'm excited for it. Will I pay the $70? I don't know. Probably. Because it is Zelda, and I know it's going to be a big game. It's not like the other type of games that they come out with that are only like 10 or 11 hours, you know, or whatever. That this will be probably more like around like 100, you know.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No doubt about it. Did you beat Breath of Wild?
I did, yeah, a long time ago.
How long did it usually take? Because I still haven't beat the game. I'm going to go back because I do want to get this Zelda game. But
it depends on like how much you want to put into the game, because like you can put as many hours as you really want to. I mean, you could put like in like 200, 300, 400 hours if you really wanted to. It just depends on how much you want to put into the game. It was good. It definitely Breath of the Wild. It took some time to get used to Breath of the Wild because of the fact that it wasn't like your normal typical Zelda type of game.
Right.
But it definitely was worth the money once you dove in and actually got through the the particularly weird way of them doing weapons in that game where things would break.
Yeah, that was very weird.
Which is weird, which is different from normal games, or well, I shouldn't say normal games, but most games. don't do that. So it was a little bit to get through that. But once you got through that, and once you started getting like weapons that would last you like almost, 5-6 hours of the game or whatever,
Mm.
you were golden. Like you could get through that. Um, it would, and then also like I felt like with Breath of the Wild, like the dungeons and stuff were kind of very samey.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which I'm kind of excited for Tears of the Kingdom because it looks like they've kind of changed the dungeons up, and each time you go into it, it looks like it's gonna be different. Hopefully, I'm hoping, because Zelda's been known for its dungeons. It's like that's like its main thing is dungeons, right? And they kind of I feel like they screwed the pooch on Breath of the Wild when it came to that. But yeah, I mean, the show overall was just
No.
it was like almost a waste of 40 minutes, of your life. It was just like, okay, yeah, you guys are showing stuff that I don't care about at all. It's just it was kind of sad, to be honest, to watch.
Yeah. Viper. Okay, so of course you didn't. Well, I guess I'll go next since you didn't see it, Viper. You guys know me from just me always talking about how I'm always excited about these type of events, and every time there's always something there. There's usually multiple games that's there that I tend to like and want to get into. Even if like if the setting, or if they're too cheesy or whatever, like the PC thing, like during the E3 and stuff like that, like when they do the PC event and all that, very very stale, corny, all that stuff. But there's still some games that I can get into. This here though, I have to agree. I was totally not into 90% of everything they showed. Like
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
it was bad. For me to say that, when I always tout these things, this was pretty bad in my opinion. I could not. I couldn't believe it. Like, what was this? And see now, this is the only time that I really looked at Nintendo as like, okay, with a Switch with limitations, because when I seen Pikmin 4, I don't know if that was that a remaster, or is that a new
No,
game, or is
no,
that
it's new. It's new. It's Pikmin 4 is new.
it looked just like when they showed it, I guess when they showed Pikmin like 3 years ago or whatever, the
Yeah.
last time they showed it looked exactly the same. Like it
Yeah.
just started off the same. Like I'm like, is this the same game they're just remastering, or is this
Nope.
an
It's a new one.
expansion? And I'm like, wait a minute. And see, that right there for me is when I said, okay, the Switch is definitely starting to show its age. Like,
I mean, it was
come
showing
on.
its age.
Yeah.
It was been showing its age for a while now.
Uh-huh.
Like it hasn't really. It really hasn't, improved. I mean, there are games that really take advantage of the Switch, and then there's games that just completely do not. I feel like the more like the Fire Emblem, things like that, like anime style,
Yeah.
art style kind of games actually look the best on the Switch.
Oh, they look great. Yeah.
When they, and I think even like Breath of the Wild and I think Tears of the Kingdom are going to look fantastic on there.
Right.
But that's about it. Like even like Kirby was kind of like Kirby, the new one, the one that he can like turn into a car and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
He
like that one
sucked up
was.
that car.
I feel like that one was really good, but it just it didn't look fantastic like some of those other games that came out.
Yeah, Nintendo, it knows how to work with their with what they have. Like their games do look good when we put, but now, like I'm saying, it's starting to show. Like now, Zelda looks amazing. Like it looks enhanced. It looks better than the last one. But again, overall, the show, like I mean, it's really cool that they're adding Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, and all that. But man, just me looking at those games was like, really? Like, I mean, like,
Right.
yeah, like you
do
should
I
be
really
throwing
want to
that.
go back to that?
Yeah,
You
like
know,
there's no interest for me going
even
back
though
to
they were
that.
great games,
Yeah,
but
they were fantastic games, but like I would like to see some kind of, you know, enhancements, some color or some remasters
right.
from them or whatever. I just was kind of like, okay, so you want to charge me more money? Well, they're not charging more money for their service, but you know, that's cool that they're adding into it, but those wouldn't be the games that I would touch at all,
Mhm.
at all. So I
Yeah.
mean, you know, so those so I just was like, man, yeah, no, I just was sniffing it.
I wish they had a show of the Star Fox. That would have been a showstopper.
Well, I mean, they're only going to show what they got. Like, yeah, like
I
what do you?
But we've been
uh,
honestly, we've been begging for a Star Fox for over 20 years, dude.
Yeah, but they came out with one on the Wii U and it didn't do very
Yeah, that's what I was
Because
going
it
to say.
was
Yeah,
on
I
the
think-
they
I
showed
think-
Wii U.
one
The
about
Wii U
I
didn't
think-
do
12
well.
years ago.
Yeah, but
12 years ago.
I just don't think that they have the chops over there to do a really good Star Fox right now. To be honest.
I guess.
Yeah, the Bayonetta game looked interesting to me, but it still, I just was like, I don't know.
The Origins one.
Yeah, the orange one. Yeah,
But she doesn't even fight.
No.
It's
the
it's
little
like
demon
it's
fights.
basically
Well, the
like
big demon
a
fights.
yeah, but you don't even like yeah, you just like use magic to tell him what to do basically.
Right.
I don't know if I'd like that.
No, me
You know?
neither. That's why I was like, you know. And then the Disney game, like I know my wife loves Disney stuff, right? Like I'm like that might be something that she would play, you know, just to jump in.
But you could play that on the Xbox or the PS5.
Right.
You could play that on a better console.
Right. And on top of that, did you hear them say couch co-op? So I guess I'm assuming the game doesn't have any online whatsoever. So I was just like, oh man. Now I did Go ahead.
I think the technology in the Wii is starting to show its age. That's what I think.
I've already said that.
Just said that.
I just
jumped in. I was doing some stuff. I'm sorry, dude. I was.
I know, but you know, I already said that. Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
Just wait your turn.
Anyway,
hit that like button. Go ahead and share this out, guys. Viper with the super chat. He says we grew up with Nintendo, but Nintendo hasn't grown up with us. So with that being said, Viper, I know that you didn't hear it, but you heard from you didn't watch it, but you did hear me and Dark talk about it. What are your thoughts about this? And then of course we'll ask the question about the pricing after from what you thought about like what they showed and things like that.
So I didn't see the show itself, but I did see others' reactions to it and, you know, stories about what was shown. About 20 games that were shown there, and not that many people were interested in it. Now, yeah, you got Tears of the Kingdom, which is going to be $70. Don't know why. But they had Kirby, they had Pikmin, and then of course Game Boy and Game Boy Advance. And here's one thing that was kind of crazy. So Game Boy games are going to be on the lowest tier, but Game Boy Advance has to be on the higher tier. Why?
What? Because of color, I guess.
Why? Seriously? I mean, you're telling people that you need to be on the highest tier to get Game Boy Advance games. That doesn't make sense. I could understand your higher tier when you were doing the N64 games. I don't understand for Game Boy Advance. I mean, I can also understand if you want to put GameCube games on the higher tier. But like I said, Game Boy Advance on the higher tier? No. Yeah, that was kind of messed up. And I don't know, Nintendo, even though I'll say they are the market leader. But yeah, this is a little bit too much. I can't swing with that.
Okay. All right, Sir X-Man, I see Ham is in here, but go ahead, brother. What was you going to say? Because, I mean, you're right. I totally agree because, I mean, I said the same thing, but, I mean, I don't know. Did you watch the show at all, or did you know any of the games that was being showed or whatever?
I've been hearing about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the biggest one right now is the Xeno Chronicles and the Zelda. Zelda, and like I said, Zelda is a proven game. You know, if they want to go up on $70 to $70 on that,
we'll talk about the $70 here afterwards. Let's just talk about the game, the show.
Yeah, but I thought I heard you guys mention. I'm sorry. I did read the topic list, but Nintendo gotta get better things, dude. I mean, they're starting to fight their old age with the games that they have, and then they're remaking, and they keep recycling the same old people. They got to catch up with the rest of the people, man. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't. Hi-Fi Rush would have been a great game for the Switch, but they did not have the technology to run it.
Or the studios.
Or the studios. Microsoft and Nintendo get along. Microsoft would have threw them that bone. They would have.
Yeah, but come on, Nintendo needs something more than just what they've got now. I mean, I think they need to start. They need to start acquiring more studios. Be like Microsoft and start acquiring studios.
I think Nintendo has the IPs, but the problem is that they take all day to make their IPs. And listen,
exactly,
they take a long time to make their IPs. But if they have these games coming on to a new console or another Switch, whatever you want to call the Switch, if they make a Switch 2, whatever, all that will be forgiving, in my opinion. I think that just people are just ready to just kind of move on from there, because it's like what Sir X-Man was saying is that I think that it's showing its age. These games are showing its age. Like when I see Pikmin 4, I was thinking it was Pikmin 3, and I got confused. Like, wait, is this which one? I don't know.
It looked like a Wii game.
They look the same. They absolutely look the same. So, you know,
it looks like an old Wii game, didn't it, K Mega?
But this is what
a little bit better. But it was just kind of like
primarily, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what Nintendo needs. Nintendo needs.
I thought it was my turn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's Sir X-Man's turn. Yeah,
you know, but they need to come up. They need to at least throw a bone, at least on E3, saying we got the new Switch in development or something. I thought of a name for it when on Axel's thing before I came here and stuff like that. I wasn't on Axel, but call it the Power Switch. You know, perfect name. But it's time.
What?
The Power Switch, man.
Man,
the Power Switch.
Man. Come on, man.
Actually, everybody in the chat liked it when I put that in the chat. They like that.
People in the chat, do you like that name for the new Switch?
It's
the
me.
Power
You
Switch?
know they're not gonna agree, dude.
It's not got nothing to do with you. You said for people in the chat, please let me know if you think
betrayal.
I say hell to the no. But you know what I'm saying? But
the Power Switch in your hand.
So like the Power Glove then?
But no, it's time, man. They've missed. Okay, they were there in the Xbox One generation. Mm-hmm. They were there when the Xbox One X came out. Mm-hmm. And now we're in the third generation with way more power. You know, it's time. It's truly time. That's about it on that, bro. But I've heard the reviews of the show, and they weren't that great.
Oh my goodness! I will let you read it because you know said Dragonheart Yobi with the super chat, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Fuck you, Yobi. Fuck you, Yobi.
Oh man, come on, man.
Dragonheart Yobi with the $2. That name is ass. Shut up, Sir X-Man. Go to sleep.
Your name is ass too. What the hell does Yobi mean?
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Anyway, all right. So let's go to Ham Solo on here, man. Ham. we're gonna, the next part of this is going to talk about the $70 games aspect, but right now, just about the Nintendo Direct. Did you get a chance to see it? And if you did, give us a letter grade and what games you were excited about.
So that every time I watch you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you, but everybody had the same kind of like, you kind of gave an exhale. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, go ahead.
I already know what they're going to say. I heard it earlier. This going to be fun.
I heard it.
Yeah.
You know, like, every time I see a Nintendo Direct, it just reminds me that it's just not for me anymore.
Ooh.
And, like, I personally believe, like, after having some time to sit and think about it, I just really think the Nintendo, like, I'm going to continue to support it. I want to buy whatever next console that they got. But I'm not sure how much I support their games as much as I did when I was younger. I think a lot of my feeling for Nintendo is more or less nostalgia more than it is actual enjoyment of that platform. With that being said, I think I'm hearing you guys saying what Nintendo needs to do and everything like that, and I'm with you guys on most of that stuff. I'd love to see a new, like, actual home console or a dock that's worth a damn for the Switch.
What about the name? What about Sir X-Man's name for the new?
I don't need that. The Power Switch. The Power Switch. What the hell is this? Sounds like a vacuum.
A failed glove that they made back in the 80s.
I know.
You the one that blows and sucks. Don't even try it.
Oh.
I mean, that's an interesting name, but I tell you what, that's very 90s.
Yeah.
Of a name for something, and I don't think that'd fly today.
Yeah.
Dude, the system is just called the Switch. Come on, man.
It's catchy, though. It's catchy.
You throw the word power in front of it, and it's just
the Switch. Really?
And then they'd have to live up to that name, which you know they're not going to.
Right.
It's more powerful than their previous. It's more powerful than their previous version. So come on.
Oh, come on. That doesn't make it powerful.
Right.
Dragonheart Yobi with the $5 originally.
Fuck it. I know he's talking.
Originally, my nickname is Nerdy Boy. Spell it backwards, and what do you have? Yobi Dren. Just call me Yobi.
Nerd.
Oh, so that yeah. Yobi's much better. Nerdy Boy. Wow. I didn't even try to decipher that. I just took it as just Yobi. I just, the kids come out with different names and stuff. The kids call themselves little something, little this, little that, whatever, Yobi. So, but Nerdy Boy. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. I will try not to use that against you, brother. But no, that's cool. But thank you for giving us that info, man.
You will. You'll use it. You will.
You know.
Yeah.
You can't help yourself. I can't help myself. Everybody knows how I am. Oh, shit. Anyway.
Hey.
Yeah.
Clip it and ship it.
Clip it and ship it. Anyway, go ahead, Ham. What else did you want to say on this?
Every goddamn time I tell y'all, every day.
You're right. Sir X-Man was just over here checking Viper, and Sir X-Man just interrupted you again.
Every time.
No, we ain't having that one fall on me, man. You was the one that interrupted him about the power switch thing. That was you.
Sir.
I was asking a question.
Mr. X-Man, sir. Anyways,
I'm paying bills.
So a lot of watching that was just kind of like, I mean, luckily I was at work, so I was getting paid to watch it.
Oh,
so I mean, there's that. But I mean, let me keep it real for a second. Pikmin. Although let me keep it real. I'm not going to buy any of these games day one. They're not that attractive to me, but they are attractive. So Pikmin was pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
Pikmin 4. Metroid Prime was very interesting because I never got to play the one on GameCube. And then obviously Zelda, but yeah, we're about to have a talk about that here in a little bit. So there's definitely it looks very intriguing. But yeah, we'll get to that.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get to it now. This could be open. Yeah, so if Sir X-Men starts over talking you, just over talk him back. But the $70, right? I thought it was a joke. And then I said, damn, it's not even April yet. So wonder if this is true. Looked into more stuff. It seemed that it wasn't. Nobody else said that this wasn't real. And then I'd seen one article that came out and says, well, this can't really be true. And then so I started questioning it, and because I really haven't had time to really pay attention to see if it was true. So obviously, I guess assume it is because I haven't heard anything else. And then when I asked, before we started the show, and Viper was like, no, it's true. $70 games going forward. What do you guys think of that? Would you consider? See, look, I'm already not a fan of the $70 game as it is with games going on the Xbox One, PlayStation 4. I'd be damned if I pay $70 for a Switch game, period. What do you guys think?
I'm gonna go first. First on this one because I gotta finish my closing duties here because I'm still at work right now.
Okay.
But so I had a show this Wednesday where I was talking about it because the what is it called? The Direct was Wednesday as well, right? Mm-hmm. At 5:00, I believe, Eastern time. So I had a show previous to the Direct, and I was talking about it and reading an article that was just saying that this is a possibility, nothing's set in stone, but GameStop and like Best Buy and like another place or something like that at the time of the article had pre-orders up for people to buy the game. Then at the end of the article, it said those pre-orders are now down.
Mm-hmm.
So when I read that in the article, I already knew what was happening, and I read that on stream, and I was just like, "Yo, so this is really probably gonna be $70." And then I was just thinking about a few shows back that I had with UK Mega, where I said, you know what, Elden Ring broke $70 games.
Yeah,
it broke it.
Yeah.
To where you're to where now you don't know what quality really means. You have the last two game of the years were $60 during a $70 price tag time period.
Absolutely. Yep.
Make that make sense. And then on top of it, the Switch is like 6-year-old hardware. That's not even giving you, I mean, sure, it's giving you the depth of a game like Legend of Zelda. And I'm not going to tell anybody what they should pay for it because you know what? It's your wallet. I'm not pocket watching or whatnot, but I'm going to tell you what the fuck I'm going to do. I ain't going to do it right away at all. Mm-hmm. Hell, luckily, Nintendo has reward points when you buy games, and I haven't bought a game on Nintendo for a hot minute, but I still have my reward points. So I may use that towards getting Zelda, but it's not something, as I said earlier, not something I'm going to grab day one because I'm not into the FOMO for Zelda like that. But it just blows my mind a little bit because this isn't the very first game to be $70 on the Switch. It's the first game that is $70 by Nintendo on the Switch. Right. Remember, not that long ago, Skyrim came out for the Switch, and everybody wanted to hop on
Microsoft. You're right. That is absolutely a great point.
Back and say Microsoft did it first. Microsoft is making Nintendo Switch charge these prices, and I'm like, okay, that's a very, very, reading looking at the cover before reading the book kind of like thought process right there, because Microsoft isn't selling the game to the people. And they're sure not selling it to Nintendo for $65.99, and they're only making $4 off of it. That's not what's happening here, right? Nintendo's making sure that they get the profit from having to spend money on getting a port over. So that's Nintendo that charged $70, not Microsoft that did that. Now we're seeing Zelda, which is a Nintendo IP, being charged for $70. And it just blows my mind, because it's just like, man, Hogwarts, I just started playing that game. There is no way that I'm throwing my Switch into the dock and getting the same feeling that I get from Hogwarts, that I got from God of War, that I got from Elden Ring. Sure, it might be a caliber IP of that, but at that price point, with that type, with maybe a few bit better things, I'm sure. Like, keep in mind, it has different combat, it has air combat and stuff like that. So there's some new things added to the game, and I get that, but it just kind of, it's a head scratcher to me that the same folks out here saying, $70 is bad, $70 is crazy for the Last of Us remake, $70 is crazy for the Dead Space remake, $70 is crazy for really anything. And oh my God, Xbox is now doing $70 games too. This is crazy. They're following a trend, and they haven't even proven themselves. You want to fucking talk about proving yourself with a 6-year-old piece of hardware, and those same people are now saying, I am their day one for this $70 game for Switch.
Keep that same
Are you
energy.
serious?
Yep.
Oh.
How are you mad at The Last of Us or any of these other games?
Oh,
how are you mad at any of the? You can't be mad at PlayStation. You can't be mad at Xbox. You can't be mad at EA. You can't be mad at Take-Two or none of these guys.
Nope.
You can't be mad at any. If you're willing to steep as low as the Switch to pay $70 for a game, not saying that the IP ain't worth it, because the IP is 100. The IP is crazy worth it, and that's why people are crazy enough to spend this price for it. But I just don't want to hear nobody tell me what a game is worth anymore while they're playing on an old ass piece of hardware. I understand retro games are crazy expensive now. Hell, you can get like a Sega Saturn game for almost a couple G's right now, because retro gaming is booming like that. But we're talking about keeping up with the Joneses of right now. Xbox, you can easily see that they're very high tiered, as close to the PC as you can get in the console. PlayStation's right there as well. The Switch, everybody knows that hardware is inferior. If everybody knows that hardware is inferior, why are we willing to pay the same price for something just for an IP that's just as good, but on a much lower level? I'm not finna go to Ruth Chris and ask for a McDouble. Like, I ain't doing it.
Thank you.
That's and that to me is what they're essentially doing. And people are saying, "Yeah, I'll buy that for $50. I'll buy a $50 McDouble. That sounds great." It's just it's just wild to me.
Damn.
Well, here, let me read this real quick. I'm paying the bills. Dragonheart Yobi with $5. It was an article that Nintendo said it was a case-by-case basis. But Dragonheart Yobi, I'm going to tell you this. The case-by-case basis is this. Every single Nintendo first-party game, that's Mario, Kirby, Zelda, Smash Brothers, everything that's Nintendo will be $70.
I don't think it'll be every first party. I think the bigger titles, I agree with you 100%, but I don't think it'll be every first party.
I don't know.
You could be right. I mean, Nintendo do what they want to. So I mean, I'm trying to still give them a benefit of the doubt for it, but you know what? You could be absolutely right. But go ahead, continue. I'm sorry.
The reason I can't give them the benefit of the doubt is, and I told you this earlier, is that they don't drop their prices. So when everybody else is having sales, what does Nintendo do? Nintendo still keeps those prices at the price it started out as. So you ain't getting no sale. So people who want to wait on a price drop for Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, they'll probably be 60 years old if they're 30 right now. So you ain't getting no price drop. So I don't see how, this how they're going to charge this much for something like Ham Solo said. It is an inferior product in terms of the console that it's on. If it was on a much more powerful console and you can get better graphics, better technology into it, better AI, all the new things that we are dealing with now, I can guarantee you, yes, they could easily say it's worth the $70, but I don't see it, because if the Steam Deck is kicking your ass and can emulate all your games and make all your games run at 60 when they run only at 30 on the Switch, something's wrong. And then you want to charge 70? Come on now. I don't think that's right. What Nintendo needs, and I was going to try to say this earlier, but Nintendo needs someone like, what's his name? The dude that's in charge of Starfield. What's his name again?
Todd Howard?
Yeah. They need somebody like a Todd Howard to influence Microsoft to put more RAM into their system, like for the original Xbox, well, not the original, but the 360, put more RAM in your system so that you can actually run this game that we're trying to make. They need somebody like that to say, make your new Switch with this specification in mind, because we want to make a game like this, and it has to run on this type of hardware. Nintendo needs somebody like that, so that way they can compete with Nintendo and Microsoft.
Okay,
and even with Steam Deck.
Let me push back on that. Why do they need to compete graphically when they are the platform? They're the number one selling console out there. Their games. Okay, the Pokemon Velvet and Scarlet, or Violet and Scarlet, whichever one, whatever it was.
Violet and Scarlet.
Violet and Scarlet. Yeah. Broken. I think they got one patch. I still hear people complaining that they're broken. Game looks like garbage juice, graphically, and it sold over 20 million copies. Bro, they don't have to play. They don't have to play by anybody's rules. They set the rules.
See, this is why I told you, K Mega. This is why I told everybody that I don't think that they need to change it. What they need to do is just not for me.
Right.
It's just not for me, because obviously what they're doing is taking dubs left and right, and I don't understand it. But their target audience is clearly not me. And that's okay.
So the reason why they're taking dubs like that left and right is because you've got people out there that is just going to shill for Nintendo. Plain and simple.
I don't know if it's called shilling or just they're on a different level when it comes to the IPs that they love there. You can say that for Xbox fans. You can say that for PC fans. You can say that for PlayStation fans. There's a different. To me, there are people that definitely, there are stands, as I call them, that do shill for dumb shit. But then there's people who just enjoy what they enjoy. And Nintendo fans are the best at that. Like, they just enjoy what they enjoy. They don't care about how great that, if it's graphically this. But the question, which that's why I'm posing this question to you guys, is that $10 extra going to changing some minds. Like, yo, I'm gonna have to hold back now a little bit.
No,
I'm gonna get
it
Zelda
didn't
for
change
70,
your mind.
but well, they'll get Zelda for 70, but then like when you look and you turn a corner and then the next and then let's say the next Splatoon drops and they drop 70, there might be people that are like, I like Splatoon, but man, shit, there's COD, there's other this, there's other that, there's this, that. I don't know. Go ahead and continue what you was gonna say, Viper.
See, Nintendo knows they can get away with this because not only is everybody else doing it and getting away with it, but they know that they have the highest attach rate for every single damn game they drop. So why not? Because we don't lower our prices anyway, so we might as well get an extra $10. That's their reasoning for it. I mean, they're probably going to say, "Oh, well, because of the interest rate and the more amount of money that it takes to make these games." No. It's all about the money. And the fact is, once again, they have the highest attach rate to every single game they make. They have, they don't drop their prices. There's no need for them to raise it to 70. They're just doing this out of greed. And because everybody else is doing it, they're going to do it. And they don't care if they have a weaker platform. They don't care.
No, they don't care. And I totally agree. Sir X-Man Dark, do y'all got any opinions on this at all?
Yeah. It's just the times that we're in right now, man. I mean, honestly, like I understand, I get everybody's gripe about $70, but it's not like, it doesn't look like they're gonna change their minds on it. What are we gonna do? Stop playing video games? That's the way I look at it. Like, are you just gonna just stop playing video games because you can't, because you can't get the $70 games? No, you're gonna keep continuing. I mean, I'm sure, yes, there's gonna be some games people are probably gonna be more cautious when they buy a game, than they have in the past. Of course, with the extra $10, which I have been since the whole $10 has kind of come our way, with the new consoles and stuff. I have been a lot more cautious about that. I think that's just what you're going to have to do. You're just going to have to be more cautious, wait for sales. I know Nintendo, yes, technically they don't really do that many sales, but when they do have sales, be ready, because they do have sales. If you don't want to pay the $70. No, dude,
Usually
they
about $30.
20 to
25
30
to 30. Yeah, they'll drop.
Yeah.
Let me read these super chats right fast in Dark. I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
Rain G4, man, really do appreciate sliding through, my brother. You know what I'm saying? He said, name any IP on other platforms that can beat Mario or Zelda.
Ooh, yeah. I mean,
it used to be Halo, but it ain't Halo now.
Didn't I say the highest attach rate? Come on now.
I mean,
well, yeah.
I mean, I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but maybe God of War.
No. We just seen this with a Pokemon game, bro. No, it's not happening.
22 million versus 11. Come on.
Mario's gonna do 15 right off gonna do 10 right off the gate in like a week. It might be less, but Mario gonna do 10 in a week for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
Zelda.
I mean,
Zelda.
I'm just saying, like, if we're gonna get close to that, it'd probably be God of War. If anything. But even then, that's iffy, right?
Right, that's iffy. God of War is iffy. Halo's iffy. If Halo comes with the one that everybody will, get the head out their ass and just enjoy the game for what they make instead of always trying to make the story themselves. Halo has that opportunity, but I don't think Halo. I don't see Halo doing that. No, Gran Turismo, nothing. Forza could be in that category, in that topic of saying like it can probably get close, but I don't see Forza getting there either. Like, I just don't see it. Zelda,
not even Gears.
Yeah, I say Zelda is a more popular game now than what Mario is.
Than before, than ever.
Than ever.
It's definitely up there.
Yeah, and then let me hit up Dragonheart Yobi. Appreciate it, brother, man. Really do appreciate the support. He says, don't forget, whenever I hear the word Nintendo, first thing to mind, kids. That's their core audience. But see, that is true. That is part of their DNA is always reaching out to a younger audience. But that younger audience is us now. Sir X-Man is in that audience too. Everybody on this panel is upset about the fact. Well, I can't say upset. Are looking at the situation with the $70 is like that's bullshit. But I don't think there's anybody on this panel that says they dislike or hate Nintendo. I think everybody on this panel loves Nintendo just because it's Nintendo.
But it's like what I said earlier. We grew up with them, but they haven't grown up with us.
Now they were they were trying to, but then I think when Microsoft came in and was like with the Xbox One, with the OG Xbox, they were like, oh nah, bro, nah, we gotta think of something else. Let's think of something else. We gotta get out this power race because we'll be caught up in a situation where we can't win because we're going to have to compete with graphics and always, doing all this and that. Yeah, no, I think that, they changed up on that. So they grew up. They just got smart when everybody thought that they were really dumb. They just outsmart the game again. They'll make a mistake and then they'll come right back stronger than ever because they learn from it. Just like with the Wii U. The Wii U was not a bad console. It's just that the thought process was too way out there. Like people don't want way out there. It was almost
it was marketed as like a sequel to the Wii. And people were like, why would I want to buy another Wii?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
I agree.
It's just
the marketing was horrible too because some people didn't know that it was a second console. They thought it was the same console.
Right. They thought it was the same console. They thought it was an attachment to the Wii, which wasn't the case.
And that's right. They did sell cardboard. Listen, this game right here, if you're watching the gameplay right here, this game is cold as hell. I was playing this today. I said, I got to record this gameplay. This game is called this was a PlayStation exclusive. It's on PC. It's been on PC for a long time. I didn't even know it. But it's a Hong Kong Massacre. Bro.
Yeah.
Cold-blooded. This game is cold-blooded, Jack. Man, when you get that shotgun, boy, you clean out rooms, Jack. Man. Anyway. Sir X-Man, you quiet. Did you want something to say? Oh no, did you?
There was one last thing I wanted to say about the whole Nintendo thing.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think they saw that all these other companies are doing it, so might as well. Microsoft. Honestly, I thought the only one who wasn't gonna do it was probably Nintendo, but they were the last one to hold out. They were the last one to hold out. I know a lot of people who said that Xbox was never going to do it, but they're going to do it. So, it's just the times that we're in, man.
I thought Xbox wouldn't do it because of Game Pass.
Because of Game Pass, yeah. I'm not sure if they, I think, like you said, they're like Nintendo's greedy. I'm pretty sure, Xbox is in the same boat. They're greedy too. So,
of course they are.
They want that money, man. And you can't blame them for that. They're want
companies,
money.
Yeah. Their companies want that bread. Yeah, and I knew.
No matter what platform you ride for.
Right. I thought that they would wait until next year. I knew that they would still do it.
That it would be. Yeah, that it would be a while before they actually did it.
I thought that they would be the last ones to do it, but obviously they're no. Everybody's doing it. 2020 because technically this is supposed to be the year where all the content is supposed to be exclusively on the new gen hardware, and they're still over here playing around and fiddling around with the Xbox One and with the PlayStation 4. So, that's why for me, I still have a problem
with it. Which is crazy, right?
Yeah.
Well, actually,
they're still fiddling with these old consoles, and they want to charge people $70 an extra $10 for.
Right.
But hold on. The next few games that's coming out or that have come out are going to be strictly, series games. They're not going to be Xbox One games.
Right.
If you think about it, because Hi-Fi Rush was the first. Then, of course, we got, Starfield, Forza, Redfall. I think Minecraft Legends is strictly series, and it's not Xbox One. I'll have to check on that.
But I don't see, because that's coming to the Switch. So I definitely see that puppy coming to the Xbox One.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no.
Let me check real quick.
Yeah, Microsoft ain't gonna miss out no money on no Minecraft now. Hell no.
I mean, the lucky thing about it all is that Xbox has Game Pass, right?
Right.
For a lot of people.
That's the thing that kind of just settles the upsetness from gamers that don't want to pay that $70 is the fact of Game Pass. That's why I was like with Sony, I said Sony does the same thing. It would be really beneficial and it would really compete with Game Pass. But Sony is on that money, sniffing that money. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, we got to get every penny. We got to suck these gamers dry.
Okay, so you are right. It is coming to Xbox One, but Minecraft Legends is only $40.
Okay, but all the rest of these get Forza, Redfall, Starfield, they're $70, bro. They're all 70.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, and everything else after that, that's going to be a big Xbox title is going to be 70. That's it. It's just Game Pass is just going to be the mitigating factor, and that's where Xbox sees their pathway of getting that money, because they know just from their data that I'm sure that most Xbox gamers is going to wait for a sale.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, they'll just wait for a sale. Like, and PlayStation gamers do the same thing, but it's just different. But go ahead.
But there are a lot of Xbox gamers who don't have Game Pass, and there's a lot of Xbox gamers who won't wait for a sale. Right. So they're factoring those people in too.
Oh no!
This is going to push them to get Game Pass. This is going to push them.
Well, this is going to push people who wants to wait for a sale. Yeah, no.
I don't know, because I mean, I can speak of one who probably won't push for that, and he's in this community.
You talking about?
I don't know if he. Yeah, I don't know if he would want me to say his name, but
he's said it already.
Noof my dog, but I think Noof be on some crazy shit with that. Like, bro,
I think.
Bro, you stand on your laurels on this for what reason? Like, everybody wants to say, listen, you can take that money, take your wife out to dinner, or sit there and watch some titties or whatever you want to do. But I'd rather save some dollars than sit there and just spend it just to prove that I can just buy these games.
Well, I don't think he's trying to prove anything. I think he just likes having physical.
No,
media.
He does. That's his.
So he's not trying to prove anything. He's just old school. And there's going to be a lot of gamers that are like that.
Don was the same way. I'd rather buy my games. Don, okay, I know you got the money, whatever the case may be, but Don, I'll just do it this way. Then there was a game that came out, and see, that's the thing that gets you right there. See, it's not so much about like, because you got to respect New for what he thinks about having the old game of preserving the disc, even though that whole thing it's kind of out there, because the disc it's still being controlled by the servers that's programming it. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's nothing more but a cup holder. But now these days, yes. Yeah, these days. Yeah. But the thing that gets people that may not want it, because I mean, remember, it was pretty staunch that there was a lot of people that was against Game Pass through the Xbox community. The thing that got people was when people were starting to play games together, and then people was like, "Oh my God, this game is great! Oh my God, the multiplayer is so fun." How much is it? And they look and they see it's like $60, $70, and then they're budgeting. They're thinking like, damn, I don't want to do. And then somebody says, man, I got this game on Game Pass. And then that's what clicks them. Because that right there is the thing that gets you. It's because you're like, well, if I like the game, I will buy it. Because that's how I am. If I like the game enough, I'm going to buy it. Doesn't matter if I beat it or whatever. If I like that game, I'm going to get it. But the thing of it is that it's convenience for people who are like, man, I'm on a budget. I can get it right now if I want to, but I don't want to go out of my budget. Or there's people that's broke that don't, just like, shit, I pay my, because we're in the first of the month. We paid rent, we paid rent, we paid the house mortgage, we paid car payment, we paid all this shit already. I ain't got no money to be buying no game. But it's on Game Pass. Let me go ahead and do that. Let me read this super chat from Rangy4. He said, I would like a Zelda with God of War type of visuals. Zelda also is a violent game. It doesn't have the realistic look of a God of War.
I agree. I will agree with that.
I mean, yeah, I just don't see that. For me personally, that would be awesome to see Zelda ripping something apart. You know, yeah, that would be great. But I just don't think that is.
You mean Link ripping something apart?
Yeah, not Zelda, but yeah, Zelda and Link. I keep forgetting. Yeah, Zelda's the chick. That Link is Zelda, Ganon, everything. Like, show Ganon just tearing shit up, blood, guts everywhere. But I think that they know that the audience, it's 13 and up. They want to get many dollars as possible, so they're not. I don't think they'll ever make a violent.
So let me tell you something that Nintendo was trying to do with Zelda, because I don't think too many people remember this. But before we got Wind Waker, they had a demo of Ganon and Link fighting, and it was the most realistic graphics that you have ever seen from Nintendo. They scrapped that. They scrapped that demo, and we got Wind Waker instead. That's cell shaded crap. Do y'all remember that?
I don't remember the game you talk about, but I do remember seeing a shell shaded Link. Well, I know they already had like two of them, because I know
you didn't know about Wind Waker?
No, I got Wind Waker. I was going to say I got Wind Waker, but
they were going realistic first.
Yeah, I seen something about that, but I can't remember. Yeah, I do remember them doing something like that. And I think that was starting the thing, because everybody was talking about the new hardware and everything else that was supposed to be coming out. And then we've come out with the Switch. I do remember seeing that. That was
it was the GameCube they were coming out with. And it was supposed to be a realistic looking Zelda.
Damn, was that far back?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It was a realistic looking Zelda, and what happened was that
I thought that was okay. I'm getting old.
Yeah, the fact is that they had that in mind, and I mean, this super chat basically brought me back to that. It's like, damn, you had a winner on your hands by making Zelda realistic, but no, you wanted to go for cell shading, and then they came out with Twilight Princess later on, which was somewhat of a realistic looking Zelda, but it still wasn't to the effect of what they showed with that demo with Link and Ganondorf fighting.
Yeah, no,
I mean, if I could find it, I'll send you a link to it.
I remember seeing it, but maybe I seen it a lot later than seeing it back then, because I knew I wouldn't have seen it back then during in the 90s or early 2000s. I know it had to be something that was later, and so maybe that's when my mind concept. But regardless, whatever the case may be, let me see it, because it might be something completely different than what you're talking about. But all right, Sir X-Man, you want to say anything about this before we move on?
Just real quick, I understand. It's my turn. It was my excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm on a podcast. Okay. I understand the $70 price for links. It doesn't bother me. It's a proven game. And to what Hams has said about when they found out about the $70 price for the new Zelda, the whatchamacallits have went down. It's because you had two games that came out at $70 that were unproven, and a lot of people were feeling buyer's remorse. So the $70 game that you had before were good, but then you came up with some crappy games at the same $70 price. So I think people got fed up with that situation, and they were tired. They don't want to have buyer's remorse. But Zelda is a proven title. I'm not mad about Nintendo upping the price on a Zelda. But certain games, they should not all be $70. There are games out there that we've seen even before that they come out at 70 high price, at that high price. But they're not worth $70. And I think that has ruined they've ruined that with those bad games that came out. So, and we're in a financial crisis right now, and that has caused a lot of issues with people. So, they've got to go with the times. You got to read the economy. When you got eggs that are like just a dozen eggs that are like $12, $1 an egg, a lot of people got other issues other than these video games. And you got to put food on the table first. You got to make sure you pay your bills first before now the $10 might not seem that much, but it could be something on the plate for somebody. And when you think about it, if a game goes half price now, or 70 or 25% off now, 25% is almost the original price of what you would have paid for the game that was, $60 or something like that. So I think the effect of this situation is starting to affect the gaming market. Hence the layoffs. A lot of people aren't buying these games like they used to. If you had to cap it at 60, more people would buy games like Hi-Fi Rush. It's only $40 for the deluxe edition. People are gobbling that up. A great game for just $40. $30 for the regular game. So it's going to get worse and worse and worse until the economy gets better and people's pockets get more full. And Nintendo does need to get their shit together and realize that you can't follow the masses. You made your platform on not following everybody, doing what you do. That's why you got up the ladder so high and you're pretty much the top console out there in the world. You have to run it your way, not follow the leader like you always do, Nintendo.
And that keeps you with your revenue. I won't say Nintendo follows anybody. Nintendo does what it wants to do.
But I know they do what they want to do. But I know people going up, but that $70 price tag is bad enough. Nintendo games never go down, never go on sale. They're always making their full money. And you're gonna have people that buy the Zelda day one. But the thing is that how many people on a budget that bought the Switch because it was a low price, nice system that they could use on the go or at home docked? So now you're flipping it around and say, all right, we need to be like everybody else and get some more money in our coffers. Nintendo has money, cash money in their coffers. They don't really need this. So it is what it's going to be, man. And I hope this situation doesn't cause gaming to die again or have a major meltdown, because we've seen stuff like that in the late 80s. We don't need to see it go down again just because of greed. That's it on that. You can throw the ball somewhere else, bro.
Okay. I got I have I posted a bad video link inside the chat, but I'm gonna post you the better video link. This one is from the 2000 Space World for Nintendo, and it was the GameCube reel. And like I said, it does show a realistic Link versus Ganondorf. as part of it, it also showed a much more realistic Metroid as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and post a new link in the chat, and then you can go ahead and watch that. And you'll see what I was talking about, because back in 2000 they were trying to make the graphics look realistic with the GameCube, and they didn't even,
because it was the most it was the most powerful console at that time when it came out. So when the GameCube was out. So yeah. All right, let's move on. Okay, let's talk about Hogwarts Legacy, and so we could hear some of you guys over here, fangirl over it. And so let's. All right, so it's a hit. It's a hit. What's behind it? What's the special ingredient? I'm gonna start off with you on this one. Sir X-Man, I don't think. Did you pick up the Harry Potter game, Sir X-Man? Okay.
I think he's talking to his girl in the background.
Okay. All right. So, well, let's go ahead and go to let's go Dark. Let's go to Dark, because I know he got it. And so, you know what I'm saying, because he was a fangirling over it when we had that great discussion about it the other week. What's the secret recipe? What makes this game so good? I mean, because I mean it's a hit. It looks like it's going to be a contender for Game of the Year. What is it? What's behind it?
It's an RPG. I think that's its main thing that pulls it, because with RPGs they pull you in and they make the experience more, I don't want to say immersive, but they make it more like go and do pretty much whatever you want to do within this world, right? And I feel like it has those elements of of these other games, like The Witcher 3 and somewhat of Red Dead here. And it has.
Did you say Red Dead and Witcher?
Yeah, Red Dead. Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption 2, yeah. Elements, not that it's
What's
like
that moaning for?
Oh, it's
because
those are some of the greatest games ever made, sucker. That's what I was moaning for. But now
it has
elements. So he backed off. So it's still it's garbage juice. Okay, keep going.
I said elements yesterday, and I said elements today. So there are elements of those games in this game. And of course, it's set in that Harry Potter world. It's not Harry Potter though. It is definitely your own story. You play your own character. You go through different things than Harry went through. You don't really have companions. You're basically on your own, exploring this world. The flying is absolutely fantastic. I think there are some things that I feel like could have been a little bit better with the flying. Like you could have at least crashed into the ground if you flew all the way down, but it doesn't crash into anything. It just you can get stuck in certain areas, but you don't crash or anything. Like I feel like that could have been something that would have been kind of a mechanic that could have been implemented. But I mean, overall, this game is absolutely fantastic. Right now, I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10.
Oh what? What?
A 9 out of 10.
Oh what?
A 9 out of 10.
Oh my God!
What?
But there are some gripes that I have with the game.
You better have a lot of gripes for this game, man. Anyway, go ahead.
With the flying, the I feel like they could have had some, you could have crashed into a tree and stuff like that, or Wait,
hold on. Okay, I'm sorry to keep interrupting you, but this needs to be some attention. So, I had PlayStation stands show in Halo Infinite that you couldn't shoot up an apple basket. You know what I'm saying? A basket of apples. So you mean to tell me that there has been, because I have not seen it. I've seen a lot of Hogwarts, and like Rain said, Hogwarts sounds like a disease. It does. It sounds nasty. But
it's Harry Potter.
The Harry Potter game. The Harry Potter game. You mean to tell me all these people showing this gameplay and they're not showing you can't fly into a tree and fall off? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you basically
what?
Dodge the trees. Yeah,
So it's not real.
Right, that's what Rain said, right? That's what I'm saying.
The flying is definitely very it's good. It's just easy, right? Like it's just an easy thing. I feel like there are some tweaks that they could have done with the combat as well, like the combat. I mean, you can go in the settings and change things around to make the combat a lot more tolerable. Because I feel like even like, especially like in the beginning when you start playing the game, the combat feels kind of clunky a little bit. So I think if they would have just made it a little bit more tighter, a little bit better, control wise, it would have definitely, been a better benefit for the game. I mean, it's just it's an enjoyable game, it really is. It's just I feel like the game is for the fans, right? Like it's not really for people. Like if you had somewhat of an interest in Potter, you would like this. But I think if you have no interest at all, or was just like, or any interest in the world, or any interest in like how the game plays and stuff, you wouldn't probably like this game. I think you definitely have to be somewhat interested in this game to even remotely have any, enjoyment out of it, because it definitely has. It's you're in the Harry Potter universe, like you feel it. I mean, you are definitely your character. You are definitely your own character. I really wish that they did have companions in it. Like.
You wanted some multiplayer into it?
Yeah, like some not multiplayer, but like
you mean more like Mass Effect type,
like
right?
Skyrim
like a Mass
or something
Effect.
like that. Yeah, okay,
like
gotcha.
Skyrim, like that. There are some missions that do that, but I feel like it would have been beneficial if it was more of it throughout the game, and you had companions that you could take out on different quests and stuff. Because I mean, even in the Harry Potter lore and stuff like that, he always got help. Like there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He always had help from his friends, from other people, but this is definitely very much a solo game. And I do see a lot of people saying, well, the graphics are amazing. The graphics look better than anything I've ever seen. And I'm like, no, I wouldn't go that far. I did see some people saying that there was a lot of reviews that I saw that were completely incorrect about a lot of the things that happen in this game. But overall, I think if you had any remote interest in it, definitely pick it up. If you don't want to pick it up for $70, definitely wait for a sale. Okay. But it's definitely worth the $70 so far.
Okay. All right. Ham Solo, are you done with your work duties? Okay. All right, Viper. Do you own the game?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right. So, what is the secret sauce to this game? Because it is it's broke records for Warner Brothers, something that they definitely needed. I've seen gameplay of it everywhere. A lot of people, saying that they really enjoy it. Callie has been saying that I need to play this game. I need to get it.
You do?
I doubt it. But anyway, what is it?
Honestly, you like the movies though, right, K Mega?
I've never watched, but only 2 of those movies. I give 2 shits about Harry Potter, to be honest with you.
But your wife likes Harry Potter, right?
She loves Harry Potter, but this is the thing
She would probably love this game.
Well, I know she would, but the thing to me is that it has all the ingredients to the games that I love: open world, RPG, exploring, doing all of that. Like,
yeah,
that's my.
I think you would like it.
Probably not. But Ham, what?
I don't know, man.
Anyway, Ham. So Ham, tell us, what's the secret sauce? Why is this game so popular? We're hearing that people are saying that this is a Game of the Year candidate already.
It is.
What? Impossible.
It is.
Impossible.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. I'm going to say a lot of things that make Dark Artemis look silly.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So Harry Potter got really big back when I was in like 3rd or 4th grade.
Uh-huh.
I remember when that happened. It was a big deal. I remember your story, Hey Mega, about moving them Harry Potter books.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, when the books came out, I hated it. I hated everything about Harry Potter all the way through school. Never read a book, didn't care about it, never watched a movie, didn't care about it, didn't care about nothing that had to do. If anybody said Harry Potter, it just went over my head. I didn't care. Bro, I'm going to tell you right now that this game is a freaking masterpiece.
Oh, what?
It's a masterpiece.
Wow. Okay.
This is, and as I said, this is coming from a person that is not even remotely a fan of Harry Potter. Bro, the game starts out, you think it's just chilling, you're expecting something to happen, it starts out fast. And
that is true, yeah.
And all of the decisions that you're making in the game makes you feel very empowered. It very much gives you that feeling of like a Skyrim, a Witcher.
Y'all gotta stop doing these Witcher comparisons, man.
I can't do it because it's honest.
You can't because it's true, dude.
You can't be talking about the Witcher. What's wrong with y'all?
It is.
Oh man.
In my opinion, I think it's better than The Witcher.
Oh hell no.
I wouldn't go that far. Hell no. I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far. No way.
I'm going that far. I'm going that far. Absolutely.
What are you talking about?
Betrayal. The Witcher is great. Okay, you want to hit a couple more buttons before I continue?
Yeah. Go ahead. I just heard this. Go ahead. Continue, please, sir. Continue.
It is, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because in The Witcher, you're Geralt. In this game, you are you. You get to do what you want to do. Make changes, make decisions. I feel like when you play a game like The Witcher, you're making the decision based on what you think would be best for Geralt. In this game, you're making a decision based on what you think is best for you. And sometimes it's disrespectful. And I absolutely... And it's not as kiddie as I thought it was going to be because I went into one mission and dude's like, yo, it got decapitated. And I was like, damn. I was like, for real? All right, y'all talking crazy in this game. That's cool. But like, from picking the guild that you're gonna be with to being able to fly on the broom. Sure, Optimus was being kind of nitpicky with that, but I'm keeping in mind that this is the same team that made Cars.
True. Yeah.
So you got to keep that in focus. Like, where is the last game? What's the last game they did? Not a lot of people know.
I think it was Cars 3.
Well, they're working on Contraband right now. Avalanche is working.
No, that's a different Avalanche.
I'm sorry. Okay, all right. So is that the same Avalanche that worked on the Mad Max game? This ain't the same studio.
This is the same one that worked on Mad Max.
Mad Max. That's what I was talking about with Mad Max. Okay.
Hogwarts is in the same people that made
way
Mad
back
Max.
in the day, this is the same developer that worked on Mortal Kombat trilogy.
Yeah, this is that developer.
Okay.
This is the developer that's actually owned by Warner Brothers. The other Avalanche is independent, but this one is owned by Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, this game is it. And I didn't buy it. Remember, I told y'all this last week. I said, I'm not buying this game, but I will be playing it because my boy Vinny is buying it on the PlayStation, and I game share with him. I downloaded it just to be like, let me try this out just to see what it's all about. Here I am, 25 hours in, level like 23 or something like that, and I'm almost late to my own podcast because of this game. Like I'm telling you, it has that hook kind of feeling where it just grabs a hold of you, and it's so fun to get around, just hop off. You're just flying just randomly, and there's some enemies under me. You just drop down with your broom and just destroy them real quick, and then keep it moving. And I find myself doing that for a few hours before I realize, oh crap, I need to do a mission. I need to do something because I'm just going around the woods, killing things. The magic in the game it's just really, really good game from a team that honestly just surprised me. To be honest, I think this is going to be game of the year, and I say that not because of my own experience, but looking upon what everybody else is looking at with the interference that is J.K. Rowling. This game is still doing crazy numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sorry, but K Mega, pick up the sticks, bruh.
Man, no, man. We ain't doing that around here, man.
Let me ask you, why are you so avidly against this? I'm curious as to why
I'm not
this
against
game
hurts
your feelings.
I said to the chat that I said that I was over here going to give you guys a hard time about the game. The game, like I just said, the game is up in my wheelhouse gameplay wise. Open world RPG, I love those type of games. I like to get immersed into worlds. I don't, and then when I'm immersed into them, leave me alone. You can hit me up and talk to me when I'm doing Fight Night or when I'm streaming with Don or doing a podcast, something like that. Other than when I'm gaming, bruh, let me be. But it looks fun. It looks fun. But I don't know, man. The $70 price, that I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that. And then just the thing of I don't know yet. I don't know that. But I have seen a lot of people enjoying it. That's why the reason why I made this a topic, because I want to hear what people have to say. And I'm listening to what people in the chat say. As a matter of fact, let me read some of these super chats.
It's Elden Ring 2023.
See,
that's what this game is.
That sparks my interest, because I had no interest, no desire in Elden Ring whatsoever, because I hate soul games with all my heart. Like, you know what I'm saying? With all my heart, I hate them. And that game, you know what I'm saying? Like, when they do a Dark Souls 4, I'm going to be like, you know what I'm saying? Rest in piss. I do not care about that game. You give me an Elden Ring 2, I'm on it, Jack. It's day one.
One more thing before I let somebody else go.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and read these.
One last thing I want to say is, you've seen them concurrent numbers on Twitch.
Yeah.
You've seen them numbers, right?
Oh no, I ain't paying attention to that. I'll pay attention to that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Hey, all I'm saying is, yo, Sony, y'all can make a game that does that.
Oh. Let's pay some bills here.
Okay, let's pay some bills. Let's pay some bills. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long time since bills got paid around here. So could you do the honors, Viper?
Yeah, Strong Jawline Herman for $2.
Strong Jawline. That man said you cannot knock him out. He said that's what he just said. His jawline is built to last. But go ahead.
I bought it twice for my PS5 and my deck.
Damn. Wow.
Twice on the PS5 and twice on Steam.
Wow.
Yikes.
Wow.
I don't know why, but okay.
He did it. He gave us another $2. Strong Jawline Herman. I'm not even a Potter fan, but this game is fire.
See, now that sparks my interest. Now things like that's right, because I'm not a Potter fan. I don't know nothing about him. I know they say abracadabra, zagazazoo. That's all I know, and that's all I know about it. You know what I'm saying? Rapunzel. That's it. That's all I know. But go ahead.
And then Dragonheart Yobi with the 20.
Yeah, woo! Dragonheart sending some orange up in here, boy. Look at that, boy. Man. Thank you, sir.
It's a GOTY contender. The Harry Potter Wizarding World IP started with the first book. Mm-hmm. Its popularity grew book by book, movie by movie. Once the game was announced with footage, this is everyone's HP dream game.
Man. So it's like that. You know what I'm saying? I do trust my boy Yobi's opinion very much so. I don't know, man. Ham Solo, I can't trust him, man. You know what I'm saying? I like him, but I can't trust him. You know what I'm saying? Dark, he can't tell. He can tell me, man, it's sunny outside. I can see the sun, but I know it's gonna rain because you just never know.
Yeah, but usually we like the same type of games. So
I know that's what's really crazy. That is because really, technically. It's really weird that so many PlayStation fans do not like me, but I am really a PlayStation type of gamer. Like I game like a PlayStation guy.
You are, yeah.
I mean, well, I you know what I'm saying, but who cares? I'm an Xbox guy. That's what I am.
What does that even mean?
Okay,
I game like a PlayStation guy. What the hell does that even mean?
Okay, because really,
is that better than an Xbox guy?
Because he likes more games that are like that third person over the shoulder.
No, it's not the third person over the shoulder. It's the same. It's the single player.
Like the accessibility of PlayStation.
No.
He likes the PlayStation stench.
Oh my God! Stop. Can I just answer the question? No, the thing of it is that like you know how like it's really hard to get into to talk to a lot of people on PlayStation on the network unless you're playing like multiplayer or whatever because everybody's kind of caught up into their single player world. I game like that because that's just how I game, right? But it's the thing like the games that PlayStation gamers really covet. I play those games all the time. I love those games. RPGs, JRPGs, fighters, all the stuff that some people would look at like, oh man, you seem like you would be more of a PlayStation gamer than you are an Xbox gamer. But it's just that, you know, it's kind of weird. Yeah, but you know, it's like cause when me and Ottomus talk about games, we like the same type of games mostly. It's very for the most part. Yeah, for the most part, it's very, very seldom if it's a game that he brings up that I'm like, yeah. So, you know. I'm still trying to get.
That's why I'm saying I think you would like this game, Mega. But
I can't trust you. I can't trust you.
Yeah,
I can't trust you.
I guess not.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you the reason. I'm gonna tell you the reason why you can't trust Dark. Because first of all,
yeah.
Because I was listening, and I'm like, you talking like this game is trash, but you give it a 9. And somebody else in the chat said it too. I'm only in the chat called you out. He said, and his name is Sorry I'm Truthful. He said he gave it a 9 out of 10, but talking like it's a 7.
Give it to him,
and
man.
It's like
the reason is because I'm thinking about the people who don't like Harry Potter.
Yeah, but you like it as a 9. So how are you talking?
So when you said that, I was just like, that's BS.
Because I love this game. I do love this game, but there are
you don't sound enthusiastic about it.
Because I'm fucking tired. That's why you fucking retards. Jesus Christ, man.
Oh, good God. What is going on here?
You're pissing me off with this shit. Like, shut the fuck up, man.
All right.
Hey, I'm just bringing up that I am not a fan of Harry Potter, and you just told a lot of people that, hey, if you're not a fan of it, you probably won't like it. Well, I'm telling you
that's because I haven't come across anybody who wasn't a fan of the Harry Potter franchise that actually liked the game. So it's good to see that you actually do like the game. That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. I just haven't come across anybody who was like that. That's my whole stance.
The chat is hilarious because Harry Johnson he says just close your eyes and click purchase, K-Mega. And I see Ray G4 says, I don't trust anybody named Harry. Listen now. Listen, Harry. You know what I'm saying? That's between you and the chat right there. But you know what? Having a name like Harry Johnson, it might sound like you just can't. You might be Jeremy. What's that porn star's name? Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy's son or nephew. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah. The one thing that's holding me back most of all is the fact of it's not about the controversy, because I said what I had to say about that. I think making my point on that, again, for the people who didn't hear it from the when we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, I don't care if people want to get the game. I just don't want some people to tell me reasons why not to get the game. You know what I'm saying? Just tell me the reasons why you're not getting the game. And if I can agree with that, then I will make the decision not to get the game. Don't tell me not to get it. And then people who are supporting the game, don't tell me that you got to buy 5 or 6, 7 damn copies just in order to say, because really technically what you're saying is that, well, I don't like transgender people in a sense. Like you like, well, damn, just say that you just wanted to get the game because the game looks cool, show the gameplay, show the support, that's it. Like, I think on both sides it's ridiculous. So it really doesn't have to do anything with what Rollins said. I don't like what she said personally, but that's neither here nor there. The game looks dope. It does. It looks really good. It looks like something I would definitely play. But that $70 price tag, man, I've been, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Man, it hurts them wallets, man. It hurts that wallet. I don't know.
I mean, I think it's worth it though, to be honest.
And Ham is said it's worth it. But okay, so me, Viper, and Sir X-Man are the ones without the game. I don't know. Sir X-Man, is it something that you would get?
Them Xbox rewards, bro. What happened?
My rewards is down, bro. They down. I'm trying to build it back up. I bought like 25 games in between December and January, bro.
There's nothing I want right now. I just want to let my rewards build. Because I got it where it sends me the.
Oh, you did it where it's the 10, where it does 10,000. Oh, $10. Yeah, 10,000. Yeah.
Well, it's not 10,000. They give it to you at 8,500 when you go for the every month thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. A lot of people coming in here and saying that they love. I see Abacab in here. I see Lethal Papa. Good talking to you. Ain't seen you in a minute, brother. You know what I'm saying? Iron Mike. You know, he's in here. It's like, man, you know, everybody's saying that about that life. You know what I'm saying? Yobi over here, like I said, the trusted voice of Yobi. He said shame about PlayStation exclusive content. Yes, that is a problem. It does look good, though. It does look good. I watched somebody stream in 4K, and I was like, ooh, that shit look crispy. You know, I was like, ooh. And when he was over there fighting, he was fighting some spiders. I was like, ooh, god dang. I said, I'll be cooking their ass. I saute them, tear some legs off, man, cook them with your Zabakadoo. I'll be hitting them with it. But, you know, so I don't know, man. It does look good, though. I'm not going to lie.
Well, the thing is that, I haven't gotten the game because I said I wasn't going to spend $70. I'll wait till it goes down in price. You know, I've seen so many people say good things about it. Yes. I've also heard, well, I don't know if you want to bring this one up, but the little tweet by John Linneman about how, oh, I'm not gonna play this effing game. I don't like open world stuff.
You know what? Thank you for bringing that up. Go ahead, though. Go ahead. Say that. Because I did want to ask a question.
Yeah, and people got on his ass and said, if you don't want to do your job, then give it to somebody else that can. He did delete the tweet, though, but, the boycott didn't work. That's why this game is doing so well, because people don't give a damn about what was said, what the hell is going on. They just want to play a good game. They want to support the developers. They don't care. So, that's why this game is doing well. And then the point about John Linneman, it's time for him to go. It really is, because he don't need to be saying stuff like that. That's your job. Learn how to do your job properly and stop with the fanboyism, because he's done games that were kiddie games, like Sonic is a kiddie game and it's an open world, but he praised that. So I don't know why he was so up in arms about not, wanting to review this game. And I think some people have already said that he was, he's had a well-documented past of, mental problems. So, yeah, maybe he needs some help.
Okay. All right. Oh,
you talking about Bobby Kotick?
No.
John Linneman from Digital Foundry.
Completely off in
topic. Come on.
I was making a joke.
Okay. Let me read this from. Oh my goodness, from Ben Dover. Yeah. Hey, so not only we got the Harry one,
Johnson.
Yeah, we got Harry Johnson, but we got Ben Dover. You know what I'm saying? To sit there, it was so bad. Some of y'all wild, man. He says, you getting excited for the PlayStation 5 showcase, K-Mega? Listen, I get excited for all these type of shows. There are usually always something that they bring that I enjoy. It was pretty tough with the Nintendo Direct, but there was at least 2 games that had me to like, okay, those 2 games I would definitely jump on.
Except for the Disney crap that came out last year.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, but other than that, yeah, I'm always excited for these showcases though. For the PlayStation, Xbox, for what I'm saying,
your
PC, whatever.
Your show about to get limited because of them 2 names, and plus you talking about being excited.
Yeah, stop it. Not yet. Anyway,
I'm waiting for him to get to the Bethesda stuff and the Sony thing.
Okay, so that will be last. I want to ask this question. I want to kind of jump up since we were talking about like Game of the Year and also the media situation that you brought up, which I really thought this was interesting. And since everybody can see this gameplay, well, who's watching it, you can see the gameplay right here of Hi-Fi.
I know he was acting like Spider-Man for a minute. That was cool,
bro. I just beat it the other night. Last night.
I might start playing it. I got it on PC and console.
I'm telling you this right now. So I'm going to ask you guys this. I think this is definitely a contender for Game of the Year. No question.
We already got 2 game contenders.
Well, I don't know about Harry Potter because I don't know about the Zigazazam, Zagazazoo, Zigazazay. But
Shazam!
I'm gonna make you mad, K-Mega.
What? Why you gonna do that on purpose? You gonna make me mad on purpose anyway. But High on Life, bro, and it took. I did show one boss battle. But I wanted to show and I thought like every boss battle in this game was absolutely incredible. But I tell you, the one I really wanted to show you guys, I don't think it's time yet. I will definitely show it because I recorded hundreds of hours of gameplay of this. Well, not hundreds of hours because it took me like 18 hours to beat, but because I was playing on hard difficulty. I got damn near 20 hours of gameplay on this. But that werewolf, if you get to that werewolf, that was one of the most amazing fights. I saw people playing. I could not be more excited, even when he was whooping my ass, about everything that they were doing with that fight, man. This game, it shockingly spectacular. I was
You want
like
100% this game, don't you? Yeah,
bro,
you do.
I've already started over I've already started over again. Like last night, I went over here and went through the first boss, and I was like, yeah, I'm finna play it again. And if that game's got to be special for me to come back to and beat. I could not believe how good this game is. But again,
people tried to tell you, K-Mega, for a couple of weeks.
No.
I kind of knew that this game was going to be hot, but I was not expecting this game to be that hot. When I seen people, I thought like, some of the Xbox gamers out there, this is a good game, but they over here kind of frauding the public. They over here talking game of the year. Okay, come on now. Look, this game looks fun. I played the first couple of levels, but y'all on some bullshit. Hold on, wait a minute now. But now I'm like,
wait, is that a sneeze or are you blowing your nose?
I'm laughing my ass off.
I thought our Xbox brother was out there trying to fraud the public. Like, come on, guys, don't do that. This game is cool.
Let me say something.
Go ahead, please.
This is when you know
that
the game is good. And I'm being real. I'm going to be messy. When Sony people want this damn game on their console.
You absolutely right.
They
want it. They want it.
They do. They want it.
They want it.
And they going, see, Microsoft keep games exclusive on their consoles. That's exactly what they saying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but wait a minute. What about Sony? Money Hat and Final Fantasy. Come on now.
Okay, we ain't going all the way there. I'm just giving an example of a situation. Okay,
yes, you're right. No, you're right. Yeah. Keep going. No.
Yeah, no, that was it. I was just saying. Them fanboys over there. I'm not gonna say the pole word, but I know you done seen it, Cameron.
Okay, let's get to my question though. Is this game? Is Hi-Fi Rush, for the people who's got a chance to play it, is this game should be up for Game of the Year? Is this a Game of the Year contender?
I haven't played it yet, but it's my gameplay. This is my style of game, and I've seen people play it, and yes, it could be considered Game of the Year.
Okay.
I like the mechanics.
What about you, Dark? Have you got a chance to play this?
Yep, played it.
He beat it.
Oh, you beat it. Oh shit. Okay, so what do you think, Dark? What do you think?
Gave you last week.
Do I think it's Game of the Year?
No, dude, is it a contender for Game of the Year?
Come on, dude. Y'all got straight. Come on.
I think it's too early to tell. I didn't think Stray was Game of the Year. I didn't think Stray should have even been on the fucking list.
I know, but they put it in there.
I know they did, and I thought it was completely ridiculous. Okay. It's a good game, but I don't think it's I definitely did not think it was worthy of Game of the Year at all.
Okay, here's the question: do you think this game compared
hold on, stop asking questions. Let the man answer the question first instead of you. Who cares about Stray? That was last year. I'm asking about this game, man.
Yeah, I don't.
We still got one more topic to go.
I don't know why he's asking me these questions, but okay.
I haven't been saying nothing the whole. I've been good, man. But
you've been good, but you can't be asking more questions to add more time.
Well, it's Dark. Me and Dark do that all the time. Go ahead, Dark.
I honestly feel like it's a good game.
Yeah,
it's a fun game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it should even remotely be in the question of Game of the Year. As of right now, because we have so many games coming that I feel like will be in that running in that topic of discussion at the end of the year. I've you know me, I usually go against the Game of the Year anyways, so it all depends on if some of these, because I mean, you guys got to understand, you guys are gonna get Starfield, fucking Redfall, Forza Motorsport. I mean, how many games? How many games are gonna get that caliber of respect? That's I just don't think that this game is gonna get that at the end of the year. We're just so early on. Now, if some of these games that come out are complete garbage, then yeah, I could see it probably getting that nod. But as of right now, It's not. I don't think it should be even a question.
That game
right
is
now.
beautiful, man.
Okay, all right.
Oh, I think it's a fantastic game. Don't get me wrong.
Game.
It's a good looking
These
game.
names.
Yes.
These names is wild, bro.
That nuke was dope, boy.
Bro,
It's a great looking game. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But
You
I
didn't
just
find
don't
any
think
flaws
right
in
now
right?
it should be in that question. That question shouldn't even be in people's minds right now. I think people need to wait. I think people are jumping the gun. That's what I think.
Okay. All right. So,
And I also feel the same way about Hogwarts. I think people are jumping the gun with putting it like, oh, it's game of the year. Like I think it's just we haven't seen everything that's come out yet.
Okay. That's why I said, do you think that it is a game of the year contender, not a game that should win game of the year, but should it be a contender? That's why I was asking. Okay, so you don't think so? Great.
No.
Okay, Bazooka Long, you ain't get me no more. You know what I'm saying? You ain't get me, Mr. Dong. You ain't get me. You wallet, bro. That is funny. He says, boo that man that said it's not a contender. Okay, so he said boo to you. But people in the chat, let me know if you feel that if,
why don't you put a poll up?
Well, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I got it.
He keep forgetting you got to.
I forgot. I can do that shit, can't I? Anyway, I just try to make sure this shit is working properly and be worried. I try to test buttons. We got a fat finger something. So anyway, Pam.
I thought you were trying to be Slim Mega. Come on now.
I am, man. You know how, man? If you found out how much I weighed yesterday. And man, a lot of people are saying some nice things. I'm kind of I've lost quite a bit of weight, bro. I'm trying to get to my goal. I'm trying to get to my high school weight. So I'm saying I still got a ways to go, but
wasn't your high school weight like 260?
No, my high school weight was 230.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know why you laughing. I'm ways there, but I'm already surpassed, way past, like,
Well, you're taller than me, so that accounts for your weight. So there's the difference.
Yeah, I'm 6'4", so you know what I'm saying. You 5'2".
I'm 6'2". What are you talking about?
Bazooka once again with the $2.
He would look like an Oompa Loompa if he was
for real. With Mr. Long Bazooka. Let's put it like that. He said it's gonna be between Spider-Man and Zelda for Game of the Year. I don't listen. I don't think that.
I don't know.
I don't know. Zelda definitely is going to be there. Spider-Man, Spider-Man might be in the mentioning, but Spider-Man's not going to win Game of the Year. It's not.
It'll probably be a contender, but I don't think
might be
win.
a contender, but it's not.
I'll tell you what the games that are going to be contenders. You'll have Zelda, you'll have Spider-Man, you'll have Lies of P.
No.
Then you'll also have Lies P.
Lies of P is going to be a cool game, but it's not going to be a contender for anything.
Oh, come on now.
Dude. No, that's going to be a fire game, but it's not going to be a game forever. Think about Evil West, right? That's how I think about Lies of P.
Lies of P is like a Dark Souls type thing.
Yeah, Lies of P is more like Dark Souls. Man.
Yeah, but Evil West, I know it's not Dark Soul-ish, but it is still in that same wheelhouse as like for people to like it and enjoy it and show gameplay and say how badass that game is, but it's not going to be it's not going to be a game that's going to get that much traction for Game of the Year. I don't see Lies of P.
I don't know about that.
Well,
I say those three and
a popular
Starfield.
game, but not that.
I'm hoping Crime Boss is going to be a sleeper for Game of the Year because it looked good.
No,
that's just my opinion.
That game has the potential of being a game that will be a big miss for some people, or a big like, this game is fun, but it's not going to get no traction. Like,
there is one game everybody keeps forgetting about that might be coming out in the fall. Hellblade 2.
Hellblade.
That could be a contender.
If Hellblade 2 comes out, it will definitely be a contender.
Yeah.
Just because graphically it's gonna blow.
Well, that's why I'm saying all these games that are coming out. Why would even Hi-Fi Rush be in that
right now
that
people haven't
structure?
seen the rest of those games, so they're saying right now.
Well, that's what I'm
right
saying.
now
So
you've got Hi-Fi Rush and you've got Harry Potter. So who is going to overthrow those? Which game is going to be better? That's what people are saying now. We've got 2 contenders so far for the year.
Okay,
it's premature, I think.
Okay. Well,
hey, I think Vampire Survivors should be nominated for Game of the Year too. But
that game came out last year.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. It came out way after the awards. It came out after the awards.
Actually, they did win. They were nominated in one of the indie categories.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It came out like what? September.
It was in November.
Yeah, okay.
No, it was in November.
Okay,
early November, I think.
It came out too late. Then it came out too late. That's what it was.
Well, no, it was on PC first, and so when it came out on Game Pass in November, it was still already in the running because it was on PC. So
they don't ever. When do you see them ever nominate a PC game? Other than Hades.
I mean, Vampire Survivors.
But not for Game of the Year. Hades was nominated, and it was only on PC until it came out to consoles later.
Right, but they will still nominate a PC game, but it doesn't have to be Game of the Year. It's still nominated for the category.
Yeah, but Hades won Game of the Year.
I know.
They did.
When did Hades win Game of the Year?
What
2021, I think.
No,
wait,
before that.
No. 2019. I'm sorry.
No.
It was 2017. They won Game of the Year. I remember.
No, it didn't come.
No.
What are y'all talking about?
Because Breath of the Wild won in 2017.
Yeah, and then
Hades wins Game of the Year 2021.
You pulled it up? He said 2021.
Yes.
2021.
Okay. Hades won it. I didn't. Oh, damn! Really?
Wow, we getting old, bro.
Okay, so all right, so 2021 Hades won Game of the
Year.
Yeah,
because I knew it won the Game of the Year at the awards show. I just didn't remember the year.
I know that one little that game from EA won the year before last. That was 22.
Yeah, It Takes Two.
It Takes Two, and then Elden Ring. And it was Hades in 2021. Huh. That's kind of weird.
Yep.
All right.
And you love that game. You played the shit out of it.
Yeah, it was a good game. Anyway, all right. So, Ham. Do you think that see, I've kind of lost train of thought. Do you think that what's called could be a potential for Game of the Year, Hi-Fi Rush?
See, I told you every single time.
Every single time.
You said Ham like 10, 15 minutes ago.
I did. But go ahead.
Every time. But I think if Hi-Fi Rush is one of the nominees of the Game Awards, 2023 has been a failure.
Hold on. Yes, I thought so. Sekiro won in 2021.
No.
What you mean, no?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Sekiro won in
2019,
actually. I think
it
Hades
is
2020 or 2019.
Hades.
What are you guys talking about? 2021 was It Takes Two.
No,
and then
that was 2022.
That was 2022.
No, 2022
just what happened.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So you got confused. Okay, yeah, no. So Hades didn't win no Game of the Year. It may have won an award. I think it did win an award, but it did not win Game of the Year.
No.
Not from Keeley's show. It didn't. Now it may have won in a different show, but Hades did not win Game of the Year on Keeley's show.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, no, because you go back, it was Breath of the Wild, God of War,
Sekiro.
Let me know when y'all done.
The Last of Us 2, then that little game, that little indie game, and then Elden Ring. So go ahead, Pam. Sorry.
I'm not sure if I should go.
No, go.
Every time. Anyways, yeah, I think if Hi-Fi Rush ends up as a nominee for the game of the game of the year, it's been a failure for 2023, in my opinion.
If it's not nominated or if it is?
If it is, it's been a failure for 2023.
Okay, yes, right. You did say you was going to try to piss me off. I'm not going to.
No, I'm not trying to piss you off. I'm just telling you how it is, and that's pissing you off. I'm not trying.
That's not pissing me off. It's not pissing me off. Okay.
Good. So, that wasn't my my intention.
I know. Okay, so why would you say that was a fail?
I don't think you would like it. I just said I don't think you'll like it. That's what I said.
That's fine. I mean, it's your opinion. I'm not tripping about it. If it just threw me off because I was first like, what? Okay, but I get what you're trying to say because you're trying to say that Hi-Fi Rush is a game that is good. I'm trying to follow your logic on it. This is not my perspective.
I mean, you could either guess it or you could ask it.
Okay, so I want to ask it. Fuck guessing.
Okay, so in my opinion, like you just look at the IPs that are coming out, and then also with Hogwarts being there. So let's not talk about Hellblade or something like that hasn't been announced. Let's just talk about the things that have been announced to come out this year. So I'm gonna start out with the one that's probably not gonna win, but I think would still be ahead of Hi-Fi Rush, which is Forza Motorsports.
Okay.
If Forza Motorsports at that technical level of what it is and the crowd that's around it, which I think personally is probably a bigger crowd than Hi-Fi Rush, I think that would deserve to be there over it. But let's get a little bit more serious. Redfall, big game that's coming out from Arcane. It's supposed to be a game that's going to last us quite some time and have seasons upon it. Sure, maybe that game isn't big enough to you personally because of maybe Arcane's history of having, but then don't forget, Deathloop was like an 88 or a 91, something like that on Metacritic as well. So don't sleep on Arcane, although, sure. Some people don't think Redfall is going to be that game. I personally think it's going to be super duper dope. But even from there, that's not even the biggest piece of the pie yet. We still haven't even got to Stalker 2 or Atomic Heart.
Mm-hmm.
Atomic Heart looks phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. It does.
It looks amazing. That 8-minute gameplay or whatever that they showed off, phenomenal. Right at a little bit after that, Jedi Survivor. Hi. Jedi Survivor's coming back, and it felt like it got stuck up for ransom last time the Game Awards came through.
Yeah, that game got robbed.
It did get robbed.
And then let's just push on a little bit further. Zelda. Okay?
I mentioned Zelda. Zelda.
Enough said about that. I'm going to keep moving. Starfield.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man.
Yep.
There's not enough there's not enough, spots, in my opinion, to put a Hi-Fi Rush in there somewhere. And Hi-Fi Rush is a game that shadow dropped that I personally think that if it wasn't for that shadow drop, it would have still been a fantastic game, but I don't think it would have got that shock value. Right now, I feel like that game is on a dead sprint with the shock value that it offered. It's a fantastic game. It worked really well. It came out damn near perfect. Great. But nobody was looking forward to it. All the games that I just got done mentioning, people have been seething for years. If this game, Hi-Fi Rush, ends up as a nominee, it is a failure for 2023 for for all of the platforms and third party, in my opinion. I didn't even, out of all those games I mentioned, I didn't even bring up Hogwarts, and that just killed records. So take it from there, K Mega.
Okay, all right. So
How to pay some bills?
no, you ain't saying that name either. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Miss L Lips. You know what I'm saying? You think
I feel like it's the same guy. He just keeps creating new names.
It's absolutely hilarious. I love it, but you know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, I'm not getting no yellow. I ain't getting no yellow check mark this time. You think Xbox will ever win a Game of the Year in our lifetimes? Absolutely, they will. Absolutely, and it could be this year. And now, and so let me make this point to you right here. All right, so because this goes into my other point to about the media aspect of it. So thank you, Ham. That was a good segue. You mentioned and said if it wasn't for the shadow drop, nobody was expecting this game or wanting to get it or anything of that nature. I mean, you know, it wasn't on nobody's radar. But that's what makes this game special, because it wasn't on anybody's radar. And the game. And there was, and everybody, what? Okay, so to answer your little question right here, right? I love it. I love it. I love when my team sits there and just they give me this juice because the feedback is awesome. You just said Harry Potter is anticipated. Redfall is anticipated. Starfield is anticipated. All these other games, Spider-Man, Jedi, all these games are there. But you know what? You know what's one of the games to sit there and it has started off the year with this high ass rank or Metacritic? It's Hi-Fi Rush. It is setting the standard right now. Hogwarts, Starfield, Spider-Man, all these other damn games are put on notice by a game that was a shadow drop. Think about that. That should tell you, like I've been saying, 2023 is going to be a nuts year. Hell, we're thinking about it's going to be a failure. That means that this is going to be a fantastic year. If you got a shadow drop by Xbox that people looked at, oh, look at this cartoony, this with the T-flop, 12 T-flops. Shit, 9.5.
And you don't have it.
9 point. Hidden.
I don't see how you're refuting anything that I'm saying, though. You're more or less
it's a meta of a 9. That's what's considered a banger, right?
Yep.
It's
not an indie, and it's not an indie, people. It's made by a legitimate developer.
The game is not a small 3-4 hour game. The game is a legit game. Like it's not like it's not like Hive Busters, which is a beautiful game, but it's only 3-4 hours max, maybe 5 if you really want to take your time and want to try to be a completionist. But Hi-Fi Rush on normal is a high standard game. Like, I mean, when you get into the cutscenes and the cutscenes mix in with the with the actual game animations of the game and the shit that you do in this game, I could not believe how. That's what I'm saying. This game is spectacular. It was nowhere on my radar. Like, where the hell did this come from? That's why I feel personally that this game, because of the fact that it was not looked at and labeled as a game that people should be looking for, that it should be up for nomination because it's setting the standard of the year for the year.
Mm-hmm. It set the bar. It set the bar.
That, but it would still, in my opinion, be a failure. Maybe not to us as gamers, maybe not to us personally as gamers, but I feel like PlayStation would feel like a failure. I feel like Xbox, even though they shipped that game, would feel like they failed Starfield and they failed Redfall and they failed Forza. I mean, they'd be very proud of what Tango did. But if that game beats out Starfield, that is a very stinker feeling that a lot of people felt about Halo.
What if the game?
What
if okay, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
I'm almost done.
I'm sorry.
See, a game like Halo or Starfield, they can't just be good. They have to be great. You agreed that Hi-Fi Rush set a standard of great. That's fantastic. But if it overshadows Redfall, Forza, Starfield, or whatever Xbox else has that they spent a crap ton of money on, that's not a good look.
I can't co-sign that whatsoever.
I can co-sign that.
I understand where he's coming from. I can too.
Yeah, because if you look at it this way, like all these other games that came out and they were just fucking trash. Then Hi-Fi Rush gets nominated.
But see, you said trash. You said trash. We're not talking about trash. We're talking about let's say that. And I do not see.
I love how you won't let me finish, but okay.
Well, because shit. Everybody else in the room.
Because you trash.
No, I just because my point is this: is that because you over here saying trash. All I'm saying is this: I do not see Redfall being that game like that. I see the game being good, being fun, being enjoyable, but I do not see it being a 90 because they don't give multiplayer games like that high marks. Single player games, yes, but not multiplayer games. This game is going to be in between the 80s, between 75 and 87 at the max.
Example, right?
That's
one example.
That's
one
right
example.
Right there, K-Mega, that's cap because Halo came out as an 89 at first last year. So that's not true.
But
multiplayer games can score high. K-Mega, it just and it's just like I just got done saying.
Halo didn't show higher than Hi-Fi Rush.
It has great. And that's what I'm saying about Starfield. If Starfield lets a game like Hi-Fi Rush overshadow it, that's bad. That's bad for Xbox because they're putting that game on the box.
Oh my goodness.
They're not putting Hi-Fi on the box. Hi-Fi ain't moving consoles.
Okay, I'm reading right here. I'm reading. Oh, go ahead. Did you have anything else that you want to say, Dark, about this?
Well, yeah, but
go ahead.
Yeah, I look at it that way, man. Where it's like, if all these games, if this game came out right, and it is good. It's not a bad game, and then all these other games come out and they don't end up on the game of the year, it's absolutely a failure because then that means that those games weren't good enough to be on game of the year. Like it just doesn't make sense for these games to not get it just doesn't make sense, man. For Hi-Fi Rush to be even considered game of the year if all these other games fail.
Wow.
You know?
I don't listen. Then explain that to the one game that won game of the year the other not this year but last year. So all the other games under that was a failure.
You're talking about it takes two?
It Takes Two. Yeah. So all the other games is a failure.
I'm saying if Hi-Fi Rush ends up on that list over all these other games that are coming, or that it ends up on that list, then yes, it's a failure at that point.
Wait a minute. No, hold on a second. I got to stop you right there.
Because made a great point too in the chat. Go ahead.
The reason I have to stop you right there is because the fact is, right now, Hi-Fi Rush is out. These other games aren't out yet. So Hi-Fi Rush has already been put through the test, and people are saying it's a good-ass game. So that means if people are saying they feel like it's a contender for Game of the Year, that's because right now it's already out. We don't know how these other games are going to be. How is Jedi Survivor going to be? How is Starfield going to be? How is Spider-Man 2 going to be? How's Lies of P gonna be? How is Hellblade 2, if that drops, how's that gonna be?
Stalker.
We do not know.
No.
The fact is that until these games drop, we only have 2 games right now that we're saying is contender, and that's Hogwarts Legacy and that's Hi-Fi Rush. So far. Now, if the other games come out and they're bangers and they don't have any problems, because Hi-Fi Rush came out perfect in terms of
RG, you're just proving Dark's point. You're just proving Dark Optimus' point that it's too early.
No, that's not his
right. It's too early to even tell.
So what are we doing here?
So we have it on the list right now as a contender right now. When the other games drop, it's a possible contender right now. But once the other games drop, then we can say, okay, we can move Hi-Fi Rush out if the other games are better. But we are right now saying that it is that logic.
I think you guys were just clamoring for a game because it's Xbox.
Oh man, no. This ain't about just Xbox. This is about every game that's coming out.
It's definitely about Xbox.
No, it's not.
I think it's definitely about
Xbox. It's about every game that's coming
out.
I
think it's definitely about Xbox.
Let me make this point. Let me make this point again because you guys don't understand comprehension very well because you just said it's a failure. But the last no. You cannot give me a proper explanation because you said it was a failure, but then an indie game won the game of the year just 2 years ago. And there was big titles that came out, but you're still trying to discredit the big titles because an indie game won?
And that indie game came out.
It's not about it winning. It's about it being on the list.
Hold on. It is all hypothetical anyway, right? But the point of the matter is, no. Let me finish now. The point I'm trying to say to you is this: if every game, somebody like Iron Mike made this point, and I know this is not the case because there's also Final Fantasy that's going to be coming out this year as well. Yeah, if all these games had an 88, and Hi-Fi was one of the highest titles out there, that game would not be considered because the budget of these other games? Are you mad? And that's not a failure. That just means that the critics just decided to. I mean, look at what the critics. Because that was what my point was going to be, but we ain't going to talk about that. We got to get ready to move on. But the critics.
Where are we at? What are we talking about right now?
What are you talking about? What'd you say? What?
I said Immortality was like a 94.
Yeah, it was a good game.
What if Hi-Fi Rush is a 90? No matter if it's a 92 and 93. It doesn't. Immortality.
But the years are failed because a great game that nobody wasn't expecting dropped. Like, I mean, that just shows that that's a really good year. That's a fantastic year for gaming. Not that it's a fail for a big, because let's just say that Hi-Fi Rush has one point higher than Starfield. Does that discredit Starfield? Let's say that it has 1 point, it's 1 point over Spider-Man. Does that make Spider-Man 2 a better
game of the year? Bro, the game of the year, though, K-Mega. So what are you talking about?
Oh my God, bro, you can't.
Metacritic is not the game of the year.
It's not, but it's all part of it. Okay, all right, okay.
All right, calm down. Let's
we got to move on to the last topic. But anyway,
I just don't understand the cap for Hi-Fi Rush. It's a great, fantastic.
Yeah, there's a lot of cap.
No. There's no cap for it. No, it sounds like some people got a little sensitive about because the fact I asked the question was like, do you think that this game is a game of the year contender? I didn't say the game of the year. I said a contender, and you said no. You said what I said. I said what I said.
Even as a contender, no. I just got them explaining to you why.
I'm giving my explanation.
But I answered every piece of your question. You just chose not to listen to it.
No, I listened to it. I just wanted to give my
I did not understand my answer. How did everybody else on the panel understand what I said but you?
Everybody else, I understood it, but I had to rebuttal because it didn't make any sense to me in the sense that everything was a fail because a smaller title would probably have the potential to be a contender for a game of the year. Not the game of the year, but a contender. Like, that just don't make sense to me.
So you're saying you got sensitive because I said a failure when I'm saying a failure of it's a failure for Sony. It's a failure for these companies. It's a failure for even Microsoft.
It's not a failure, bro.
I don't think it's a failure.
I don't think it's a failure. If you want to say that,
why would they put all this money into a game like a Starfield, a Forza? All these games they're putting hella money. Do you really think that Hi-Fi Rush at the very beginning of the year?
Elden Ring did it. Elden Ring came out in February, March.
Irving at that point, I just think that's wild.
You can't be serious. You cannot be serious comparing this to Elden Ring.
No. He said a game at the beginning of the year. He said a game at the end of the year. I mean, the beginning of the year. And so I'm just saying, Elden Ring came out in the beginning of the year.
Wait, hold on. All right, Hades. If Hades won Game of the Year at one point, that was an indie developer. Among Us.
Didn't we just say
it didn't?
It
didn't though.
It won somewhere, but it won somewhere.
It didn't win Game of the Year though.
Don't forget, Among Us also won a Game of the Year award. Among Us. Think about that.
Category of games that were available during that time. Do you think if God of War and Starfield came out the same year as It Takes Two, that you think that would have took the crown?
Okay,
exactly.
So is God of War a failure because it lost Elden Ring, or
no? Absolutely not.
Oh my God. Okay, well,
because it's a different type of game.
Which budget do you think was bigger, God of War's or Elden Ring's?
Oh, it
God
was
of War was bigger.
God of War, yeah.
Okay, so I mean, but that's what that's what I'm trying to make a point to my brother Ham here, is to say, like, look, it doesn't matter about the budget. It just matter about where the gaming fan base gravitates to. Like,
I think you guys are just in field because it's Xbox. That's why.
No,
stop it. You stop that, because I said every game. Oh my God. Okay,
what I think is, I think you guys are getting a little sensitive when I say the word failure.
Well,
but
that's
the
a
way
strong
that you're
word.
putting it,
Yeah, failure is a
very strong word.
Would it not be strong to see Starfield get trounced by a game that came out in January?
Trounced? What if,
oh my God. Wow.
Listen to your wording, brother.
It would definitely be
trounced? It would not.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay,
it would definitely be.
That's what I'm trying to make the point.
We got
to rush. I know we got to go, but we got to go off to the last topic. Because we got 30 minutes left, 37 minutes left. But if Hi-Fi Rush won Game of the Year, hypothetically, which I do not think it will, that still doesn't mean that any of the other titles from Zelda on down is failures. That's the point that I'm trying to make. It just shows that people just loved Hi-Fi Rush that much.
I say, if you want a W, you're going to have it, because you looked and really dug up to find yourself a W right there. And you can find it. You got it. But
oh my God.
Okay. Have a sucker your way out.
Okay. All right. Okay. So here we go. Last topic, man. Jesus.
Definitely a lot of Xbox circle jerking around here. I'm just saying.
God, here we go.
Here we go. Inside. He said, "Take you inside." He said, "I'm a scientist, and Hi-Fi is not Game of the Year." Sorry. Listen, I said a contender.
We're not saying it's Game of the Year.
Oh my God, I said a contender. Jesus Christ. Wow. Okay. So Sony is accusing Microsoft of harassment and Sony's on their Karen. Sony's on their Karen. But anyway, that
was funny, K-Man. That was funny.
Asking for documents handling timed exclusive deals. Sony has cut all communication with Microsoft in regards to the ABK deal. Do you guys think that this deal will still go through? And if it does, what kind of concessions will happen? Let's start off with you, Ham.
He mad.
I think know somebody gonna interrupt him, so he's setting up for a minute.
He probably waiting for somebody to keep talking.
He was waiting for that.
Because Viper and Sir X-Man was chopping at the bit to interrupt him. So he probably walked away. He probably had to go get him some. He probably had to get him some water because his mouth was dry for all that lying. He was there, all that
man.
all that fraudulent.
I think the only fraud around here is these Xbox frauds that are,
oh my God,
clamoring for this game.
Okay, here we go.
Whatever.
Console war banter at its best, I guess. All right, so let me go to Sir X-Man then on this one.
No, save me for last because I'm about to hit this with a mallet, dude.
No, you because if you start talking about feed the Mogwai and start spitting and cussing and fussing,
I've done Mogwais without cussing. Just save me for last.
Okay, so you're gonna say so this Mogwai knows how. Okay, all right, well, okay, all right. So let's go ahead and go to Viper then. Because I kind of want to save, want to kind of save Dark for last, but I guess I'm going to Dark next. But Viper, let's go. What do you think?
I was hoping to be last, but fucking Sir X-Man, old man over there.
Have to respect old man our River. Elders.
I ain't respecting shit. Fuck that guy.
Yo, mama. Yo, mama.
What
you say about my mama?
Yo, mama.
This is a certified hood classic.
Okay. Anyway,
when your mama sit around the house, she sits around the house.
Oh my God. Okay, so please, Sir X-Man, no.
I'm cool now.
Viper, will this deal go through? And if it does, what kind of concessions do you think that will happen? Or do you think that the CMA and the EU will not let this go through? It's pretty much all about the CMA. The CMA and the EU seems to be at odds. There was a report that came out not too long, a couple of hours ago, that was stating that the EU and the CMA is in odds about the dealings with this ABK deal. And so seems like Microsoft is in good foot, it's got a good position, but we still don't know. What do you think, brother?
Okay, so I look at this as very political. I mean, there's no way around it. It's all political. Microsoft wants to do this deal, Activision wants to do this deal, and it seems as if Sony had the little connections that they had before with the CMA because, Jim Ryan made it big over in Europe. And so he basically went and, snitched like he did. And, they basically believed every single lie that he told them. And so they're basically trying to, uphold the status quo. And I think that this deal, it may be in trouble and it may not be. And the reason I say that is due to the fact that, yes, the CMA says that, we think that it is a problem with this thing where it's going to affect the UK gamers and blah, blah, blah. But we think that, there could be some structural remedies and some behavioral remedies. Some of the structural remedies that they're talking about is, divesting Activision over in Europe or in the UK by basically saying, you can either sell off Call of Duty or sell off the Activision portion and keep Blizzard.
Wow. Yeah, that's
keep
wild.
Blizzard and King. And Microsoft ain't gonna do that shit. Then they also said something to the extent of having somebody else do the publishing for Activision games in the UK and Microsoft stays away from it. And I'm like, that don't make any sense either. So, but they did also state that that they did not consider what Microsoft had been, they didn't consider the 10-year deal that Microsoft had on the table. So that wasn't part of their findings. So, but they are looking into seeing if that is going to be something that they would consider as something that's agreeable to them. We're just going to have to wait till the 22nd of February to find out the full extent of how other people think, because obviously they're going to ask Sony and they're going to ask Google and Nvidia and every other company about it. So it's kind of up in the air for now, but it does seem like it may go through. I just think the CMA is just full of shit, thinking that Microsoft is going to spend $70 billion and not have control over their IPs or control over the company or sell off a portion of the company. I think that's bullshit. And the CMA is, I don't know, something's going on with the CMA. I can't even think straight because of this, because I think it's the dumbest thing. Like, if you're a business owner and you want to do something for your business, and yet some government entity wants to play politics and say that, oh, you can't have this, even though you've got the money for it, you can't have it, you can't do what you want to do with it. I don't like that. I don't think the government should be jumping into the business dealings unless it's truly going to affect consumers. I don't see this affecting consumers that much, and I don't see this affecting the people who are working in these companies. Now, the people who it will affect are Sony, because Sony is the main group that are basically saying we don't want this thing to go through. And this whole thing about the harassment BS, no. Microsoft is basically saying, you want to stop this deal? Show us proof of how it's going to affect you financially. Give us the proof. And the proof is, we want to see every single business dealing that you had with other third parties and every contracts that were out there all the way back in 2012.
2019.
From then up
2019.
No, they said 2012.
I just read it. I read it at Post Up. Me and Post Up was talking about it. It was 2019. The judge will the judge, because that's part of what the thing is. But keep going.
Well, from what I was hearing, that it was supposed to be covering the entire Xbox One generation up until now.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was hearing, because they're trying to show from the time the Xbox was on top in the 360, they're showing how the Xbox One generation went for PlayStation, how they're the market leader, and all the different stuff that they did. They're trying to show the progression of how Sony was on top, Microsoft was at the bottom. So I don't know if they came out with something different, then I haven't heard about that yet. But basically, yeah, the fact is that Microsoft is basically telling them, show the proof. And if you can't show the proof, then shut the hell up. Plain and simple. Back up what you're saying or shut the hell up and let this deal go through. And with them trying to squash this thing and not give out the stuff, talking about, oh, it cost over $200 million to get all the records, blah, blah, blah. No. And then you're not talking to Bobby Kotick. You're not talking to Microsoft. You got the judge jumping down your throat saying you can't get no more extensions and all this stuff. Yeah, Sony's a bitch. But anyway, that's enough for me.
All right. So, in regards to what you were talking about, which, you know what I'm saying, you was 98% correct. It's just that, like, what Sony is trying to went to the judge granted that Microsoft can't get all of those files. They could get majority of those files. They go back to 2019. I'll read it just so we could just get, so everybody can get clarity. Because I posted it on Twitter. Post Up posted some information right behind it, and it just what it was. Let's see. Talking about the great hi-fi rush. You know what I'm saying? That should make some people upset. Anyway. Let's see. Damn, I didn't know that Khalees was going to get that much traction. Anyway. Keep it moving. Sorry guys, I should have had this already ready to go. Okay, here we go. Post Up sending me this. He said, on February 3rd, 2023, non-party Sony Interactive Entertainment LLC filed a motion to limit or squash a subpoena motion served by Microsoft Corp. Sony has demonstrated good cause for the requested relief. Accordingly, the motion is granted and is hereby ordered that the subpoena is limited to requesting documents from 7 custodians, from Herman, somebody named Eric Limple, Nick McGuire, Veronica Rogers, Phil Rosenberg, Jim Ryan, Christian Stevenson, and no predecessor custodians shall be required. The subpoena is limited to requesting data and documents from January 1st, 2019 through January 17th, 2023. Documents requested number 3 is squashed. Documents requested number 13 is squashed. The definitions in the subpoena are limited as reflected to Exhibit H to the motion, which so so I guess request number 3 and request 13 was really highly secretive. And Sony said that it was information about their hardware and what they put into their hardware, which I don't think Microsoft gives two shit about that, because PlayStation, I mean, their hardware is pretty much different except for the chipset that they use from AMD, so forth. Because and so why would Microsoft be trying to steal anything hardware wise from Sony? So I think that this was a little bit deeper that Sony did not want to relinquish. So it's going to be interesting.
They were asking for about 45 documents,
I don't know the exact number, but the judge told him, was like, yo, hold on, Microsoft, chill, because Microsoft was like, we want it all. You know what I'm saying? Since you want to come out here and you want to talk all this shit, go ahead. Let's go. Let's see everything that you got. And then so when the CMA and the EU and the FTC sees the truth, then therefore it's going to, you know what I'm saying? Then you're going to know how this all plays out. You know what I'm saying? So let people see it. Sony was over there fighting it. Sony was trying to not relinquish anything, but the judge did order that they will give up. They will give up these documents from 7 custodians, and they will be going back from 2019 through January 17th of 2023. Which somewhere down the line, you might have that Final Fantasy Square Enix deal somewhere between some of these people. So this could be pretty interesting. And just like with anything like Sifu or a Virtual Fighter Showdown, there's tons of games that has not come to Xbox that's still on PlayStation. So
the Bridge of Spirits.
Kena, exactly. So that should be long enough to at least open up some things. We'll see. But I don't know. But so, and like you said, you think that there will be concessions. So let me go ahead and move on to let's try Ham again. Ham, are you back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been here.
Oh, okay. All right.
I've been here the whole time. I went from my phone. I went from my phone to my computer.
Oh, okay. Right.
My phone literally died at the end of my last statement, so I was like, "Oh shit, I better hurry up and hop on my computer."
Oh no, you good? I thought you were salty. I thought you needed to get some water.
Hell no, man. Like I said, Hi-Fi Rush is a fantastic game. I already beat the game, and there's a ton of end game content that you can do.
It is.
Which I mean, as I said, it's fantastic. I'm just saying, like, bro, like, there's just so many games that are supposed to come out, and if they hit the mark that they're supposed to hit, I'd be blown away if Hi-Fi Rush went past any of them.
I would be too. It's all hypothetical anyway. I love the discussion. The pushback was great. That was a juicy topic. I was not expecting that. But no.
I like getting passionate.
Me too. I love the passion. That's why I asked you to come on. Be a part of the show.
Console passion.
I love it. It might be wrong, but it's juicy.
It's not just console, it's just gaming in general.
Just a game. Just talk about gaming. But no, what do you think about this deal? Like everything that you've heard so far, Do you think that this deal still go through, and what will be the concessions if there is any? Do you think Microsoft could get that lucky to get out of this to have theirs to be where there's no concessions? Or
I don't think they're going to get out scot-free. I think they're definitely going to have to give up some concessions in the terms of like Call of Duty and maybe like not 10-year, but like possibly like 20 or like.
Oh hell no!
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like it might be to the point where where Mike, in my opinion, I think these companies are a lot like when they go into battle like this. I think they already kind of have a good idea of that they're gonna have to either give something up or they're gonna, I don't know. I just don't think Microsoft is just playing. I don't think they're playing dumb, but I definitely think that they know what they can kind of do, and they're trying to get away with as much as they possibly can. And I think they, and I think that's why Sony was nervous to give up them documents and stuff like that. It's because it's just like, yo, like. I mean, who wants to reveal themselves when they're claiming they need help? I mean, who really wants to do that? I mean, I don't know how many of y'all have ever like got like questioned by a police officer or like questioned by a teacher or questioned even, by a family member when you knew you was guilty of something, but you was gonna say something else instead. And now somebody done pulled out their phone and they got some what people say, receipts.
Yep.
And the receipts don't look good. And oh crap, what am I gonna do now? I mean, this is one of them situations, but the thing is it really depends on how Microsoft kind of plays ball. And I think they are definitely going to give up some concessions for sure, but I think they're going to get what they came there for. Plus, I think this deal will still go through because I tell you what, like Loke was saying it earlier and he didn't believe it when I told him this months ago. But if this deal doesn't go through, I don't know. Like Microsoft already done dug in with the whole cloud gaming, and now they're making their own, Play Store type of thing, and they're just so far spread out, and they're already a software company as it is. It's just like I don't know if Sony wants to make them lose this deal because I don't know. I mean, you already know, like you piss off that person with the most money, what they want to do after you make them mad. I don't think they want to lose this.
Yeah,
I don't know what's. I almost feel like in a way, maybe I'm capping. I don't know, but I'm just saying my opinion, not y'all's opinion, or I don't know. Like I feel like some people like to bounce opinions a little too much off of other people's opinions. But like in my flat out opinion at this point, I feel like Microsoft kind of cornered Sony a little bit into like, yo, like I'm getting something out of this and y'all are telling me a whole lot of what I can't get, but what y'all ain't saying is I ain't gonna get something. I'm gonna get something and it's gonna be more than you anticipate. And I feel like it's more nerve-wracking, I think, for Sony at this moment than it is Microsoft. And I feel like a lot of people are over nervous for Microsoft right now, forgetting that they're a multi-trillion dollar company. Like, come on, you guys.
Right. No, I agree with you 100% on your last point and the point before that. Like me and Everborn was sitting here, Everborn Saga was talking about this in the DMs, and he thinks that Microsoft is just going to sit on their hands. I'm like, hell no. Because of the fact of you got Sony to get what they want and there is no repercussions. Nah, there will be scorched earth. I you know what I'm saying? All the kumbaya talk and the cuteness, I think Phil will still stay Phil. He will still sit here and have the smile on his face and do what he wants to. But I think all the dogs will be loose on that at that point if this deal doesn't go through.
Either way,
agree with you. Yeah.
Whether it goes through or not, like, let's not undersell what this deal is. It's the biggest deal in history, and Jim and Phil are putting their name on the line right now. And like, this could be this is like a career fight for Tyson right now for both of them. So like, Sony's gonna go at it, but like, let's not underestimate like one of the richest, if the richest company out there. Like they don't. These guys at the top don't like to lose. Underdogs look cool when they win, but they're called underdogs for a reason. Because they don't win that often.
So you spitting on that one. You spitting on this one. I ain't gonna be on this topic. You spitting. I cannot. I can't hold you on that one. You ain't capping. Because I totally agree with you. I just don't see them sitting on their hands after this deal. If this deal does not go through, now, if this deal does go through, which I'm still at 90% saying that it will. I was at 98, but I went back. I was like, but I'm still high on it that it will. I just think that they'll sit on their hands. They might get a couple of smaller ones, but they'll sit on their hands like, okay, now let's adjust to do what we need to do and let's keep it moving. We'll be in conversations with other studios or whatever if we want to, but for right now, let's just work everything out and just keep it moving. If that deal does not go through, if it's beyond like, you know, like how they want to break it up, like Viper was talking about, like, well, the only way to make this happen, you got to break up Call of Duty from Activision and whatever else, and then you got to think about the person that I'm going to go to dark on this one next, but this is what trips me out, right? There's so many people that always wants to make a statement about despicable people or bad people and their actions, and they should be held responsible. But there are PlayStation fans out there that are praying, hoping, wanting to see this deal fail. And if the deal fails, when you was over here trying to say to yourself that you were standing up for women's rights and for employees' rights, you do forget that Bobby Kotick will still be the CEO of Activision if this deal doesn't go through. So which is it? You care more about the console war, or do you care about everything else that you were standing for about Bobby Kotick needs to be gone?
Go ahead, preach it.
So that's something that just bothers me. But so Dark, what do you think, man? I mean, do you think this deal will go through? If you think that, because I think most people think that the deal will go through, but there'll be concessions. Do you think that there will be serious concessions, or do you think Sony's going to make this happen? You think that they're going, like, the underdog's going to win?
Come back to me. Sorry.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll come back to you. All right. So, well, damn. All right. Well, I'm going to.
I'll take over for him while he's still thinking, because I know Sir X-Man.
No, go for it, bro. You can.
Okay, go ahead.
So basically, yeah. The thing is that if it does not go through, Microsoft will do scorched earth on Sony. They've already started nicely, calling Sony out. They're doing it nicely because Phil Spencer's
nice.
still on that.
It's not nice now. It's gotten ugly. It's getting ugly.
No. They still doing the kumbaya stuff, but they calling them out nicely. They're not going all out, right? So they're basically trying to use the lawyers right now to call out Sony. They're using Lulu Chang to call out Sony and the FTC. So you tell me, if we see Phil Spencer, Mr. Nice Guy, are we still going to see Mr. Nice Guy? I don't think so.
No, I still think Phil is still the face of Xbox. He can't change that face, because then The reason why I push back on you on this one is because the one thing the reason why Microsoft has this have like a lot of people that hates the company or hated the company. I think there's more people that are being more favorable of Microsoft now. It's because of that scorched earth approach. Bill Gates was not about playing games. Ballmer was not about playing games. A lot of other, you know what I'm saying, the people out there, they weren't playing no games. They just did what they did. They had the money, they had the clout, they did it, and that was it. And didn't care who they stepped on or who they embarrassed to do it. Now, that approach is gone. They're trying to change the face of what Microsoft is overall. Now, people still do not like Microsoft, but the point of the matter is that when you're a big company like that, Xbox is still, Xbox is not the parent company. They're underneath Microsoft. Phil and them still have to represent Microsoft in a better way. So I do not see Phil going out there being nasty or callous or anything like that. I think Phil will still be Phil, but I think that everything behind closed doors is going to be scorched earth. That's my.
You think Satya going to be the scorched earth person?
Oh yeah, I think See, Satya can do whatever because he's the boss. Everybody else under him though, they got to play their position. They got to still be the face of Microsoft. And even Satya, you've seen how Satya has played this game. Like Satya has been talking. He's been talking stern. Shit. He's talking shit, but he's still trying to be, cool.
He's trying to be nice like Phil too.
Yeah. No, he's being a little bit more doggish than Phil. Phil is just not going to be that way. Even though Phil is very competitive, right? Like Phil don't play that shit. He don't like to lose. So, but anyway, let's go to this. Let's go to the super chat. Mr. U. He said, all the money in the world won't help Microsoft. It is over. It's over. He said it's finito. It's kitens, ladies and gentlemen. He said it's kitens.
I don't think so.
And Mrs. Inside says, there is nothing Microsoft can do to Sony. Cap is real. You a nut. You know what I'm saying?
This is a PlayStation fanboy. That's this.
Hey, hey, listen. PlayStation people are welcome here. I mean, we got a PlayStation person.
Is this Jim Ryan's sock account?
No. He would be saying way more than that. But I just think that it just will change, man. I really do. I think that the overall situation. I think it's already bad. That's why I was saying, when you got Bobby Kotick and them talking, and again, like they still got to work with Sony and everything if this deal doesn't go through. But
do you really think they're going to work with Sony?
Well, they have to. They have to. The deal is still there for another couple of years. After that, who knows? Who knows? Now, Sony can probably smooth over and pay extra money and do whatever to try to, because money talk, bullshit walks, right? So Sony can probably go ahead and just, throw some more pockets at the company and say, hey, look, man, we sorry, but we just had to do what we had to do. So that could make Bobby Kotick change his mind on certain things. But I really do think that Activision is very, very pissed off at Sony right now. Like, you stopping our progress.
They've even put out a statement.
Yeah, they've been putting out a lot of statements.
Yeah, they put out a statement said, "Oh yeah, do the Sony think that they're pissing us off? Yes, but this is business, and we consider it business. But at the same time, they're in not so many words. They're saying that they are burning some bridges.
Yeah,
they didn't say it specifically, but they mean they burning some bridges. So."
I think the concessions are going to be pretty stout. I think Call of Duty will not be able to come on Game Pass for that particular game maybe for 2 years, or if it's it could be that Call of Duty, they will probably grant that 10-year deal, but Call of Duty cannot go on Game Pass for that 10 years. Now, maybe
wait a minute.
Maybe the older Call of Duties, but the newer Call of Duties, nah, ain't happening, Jack. Ain't happening. Ain't happening.
Okay, but here's the thing I think is going to happen. So right now, since they still have the marketing, you can't put Call of Duty on Game Pass until the marketing is up. Mm-hmm. That should either be up in 24 or 25, I think. So that's that part. In terms of older Call of Duties, do you know that part of the delisting list that Microsoft has for some of those 360 games, some of those Call of Duty games on the 360s are going to be delisted. So we're not going to get any of the 360 Call of Duty games onto Game Pass at all. So, I mean,
they're not delisted. You can still buy them in the Microsoft store.
You can still buy them and play them. So
all Call of Duties are available in the Microsoft store. All
right, but they're delisting them now.
Not really, real quick, because there's no music. There's no music in there to delist them. It's all Activision story and music in the game, so they can continue those games.
Did you see the list recently of all the games that are going to be delisted?
But they weren't.
None of them was COD.
Yes, some of them were. Yeah. Some of them were COD. Yes,
I didn't see any COD. I didn't see any CODs in that list.
It was zero COD, dude. It was Ubisoft that used. It was the ones that used licensed music in the games.
I mean, now if there's another list, I mean, I don't know, but I didn't see any lists with COD in it. The list that they showed.
Let me pull up the list.
All right.
No, but keep going.
Yeah. So, and no, Curie, I do believe that it is anti-consumer. If they do that, I think the whole thing is anti-consumer in a sense. With the now, listen, the concessions of giving letting COD be on everything. I think that's cool. I think that's the proper way to do it personally. You know what I'm saying? Because Microsoft is going to make their money. You know, Sony is not going to lock stuff down under their platform like they have been. You know what I'm saying? So, and everybody gets to still play COD, and that's good. But,
okay, I found it. Right. So, you at least have Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and Call of Duty Ghost on the 360. That's being delisted. Definitely a bunch of Assassin's Creeds that's on the 360 that's being delisted. Got Blue Dragon, which is an Xbox game that's being delisted.
Now I knew about Blue Dragon.
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna copy and paste the link. It's from Windows Central, and
but you're saying but you're saying a 360, right? That's but that's still not the Xbox One, because I mean, Advanced Warfare is an Xbox One game.
Yeah, but it's also a 360 game as well.
Well, yeah, but I mean you'll still get to play those games because they're on Xbox One. They're on Xbox One.
Let me see here. Let me go look real quick.
Yeah, Advanced Warfare was an Xbox One game. What are you talking about? I played the hell out of it. That was my most played COD.
Yeah, and if they're digital, you own it anyway. It doesn't matter.
I mean, I own them anyway, so I'm on every COD there is. But you know what I'm saying? The point, except for the Battle Royale one that I forgot what that one was called. But
that one was free anyway. Warzone is free anyway. So.
No, it wasn't Warzone. It was Battle. It was Call of Duty Black Ops 2 or 4 or something. I forgot.
Oh, I own Black Ops 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't put this in the chat because it's too long. So let me see. I'm gonna try it as a super chat. Nope, can't do that either. Jeez.
Yeah. Mr. U says a Saudi prince should buy Microsoft and sell it to Sony. You know what? Sony doesn't have enough money to buy Microsoft, so that would be crazy. Sony would have to take a loan, and then
it's the other way around. Microsoft got the money to buy Sony like 3 times over, dude.
All right. Well, anyway, so Dark, are you still available, or if not, then we're just going to keep it rolling. I'll just take it, Sir X-Man, and then we'll just end it on that. Okay. All right. Well, Sir X-Man, you go last. What do you think?
Let me pause this game I'm playing, The Mighty Vampire Survivor.
Oh, no.
Let me clear my throat.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh, no.
that person that runs Sony that wanted to throw all the third and the hate out and the try to make Microsoft look like the bad guy. Microsoft just gave you a wedgie with that paperwork that he threw to the judge and say, this is what we want to show you. Now you're running around like a scared little girl saying, no, you can't do that. Microsoft is picking on us. Microsoft is picking on us. Technically, who's picking on who? You know, it's that old saying, if you can't stand the heat, stay the heck out of the kitchen. It's funny how, don't get me wrong, I love PlayStation. But it's funny how Sony always runs away when the heat gets thrown back in their direction. And I do find it ironic that for almost a whole year, well, more than that, actually, a whole year you've been picking at this deal. Nobody bothered you when you bought Bungie in between that time when Microsoft made the deal. Nobody bothered you when any of your acquisitions came through. You definitely tried to keep a lot of, pretty much the Bungie games, just on your platform, but Bungie flipped around and said, you want us, we ain't doing that. You ain't doing that. Ain't gonna happen. It's like you didn't want the money that you would have made with other consoles. You just wanted it on yours, which doesn't make you money. So, question, which direction are you going in? Are you trying to make more money or are you trying to just make it all on yours and lose money? So all your little secrets are going to come out to the rest of the world, which we already know, but these committees don't know what you've been doing. And you didn't want to see that. So because you don't sign this deal and just say, okay, skip it, we're not going to bother Microsoft anymore, I think you're going to get screwed in the end, and Microsoft just going to let you get that 3-year deal, because if they approve it, they don't have to grant you nothing. And that's a true fact. You brought this on yourself, and you're going to have to live or die with your consequence, Sony Corporation. And your backlash that you're dishing out is coming out to bite you in the butt. So either you get out the game or you start playing ball, because you have 1-2 more days to bring out that paperwork that Microsoft wants and does wants.
No, today.
No,
you got today to do it. Or else they can I think they can dismiss every single claim that you're throwing out there. And guess what? You get nothing. So no more extensions, no more gameplay. Microsoft threw it out, and they woke up and said, we're tired of your stuff. You've been waking up Microsoft ever since Phil Spencer got there.
Sorry, I'm back now.
What happened? You've been waking up Microsoft ever since Phil Spencer got back in there. And Phil Spencer said, and then the Godfather said, all right, I'm tired of this mess. Let's hit them hard and hit them where it hurts. Let's make them bring the truth out and show the world what Sony is doing. And that's it. That's all I'm saying. I'm just trying to preach the truth to the situation. I hope you agree with me. If not, I understand that's your opinion, but I'm bringing it from my view as I see it. Let's go, Dark. You next, bro.
They agree with you.
So you do.
What'd you say, Hams?
No, I said I totally agree with you.
Yeah, no, it's going to be very interesting how it all plays out. It definitely could go both ways. Sony could just, nothing happens. Sony just, if the deal doesn't go through, Sony could still, they got what they wanted and everything just goes as usual. Or the industry could be looking at Sony a little bit different. because when
they already are,
and then when Sony wants to try to make an acquisition, do they think that Microsoft ain't going to be right there waiting for them to say no? I don't.
Ain't gonna get another one.
Yeah,
they're not gonna get another acquisition.
Well, no, they'll get another acquisition, but because they can get a small acquisition and they'll even touch it. But anyway,
I think they're going to get scrutiny. That's what I think.
Yeah, they might get looked at pretty strange to it. We'll see though. But Dark, what do you think, man?
I got the link in the chat for you guys so you can see that list.
Yeah, 360 games, not Xbox One. The Call of Duty is still going to be there. So, and then all the rest of the ones is that are there. I mean, you can buy them now. So still through your Series X Xbox One. But anyway, so Dark, what do you think, man? Do you think this deal will go through, or will there be some concessions? What will the concessions be, you think? What's going on?
I just don't care, man. I really don't. I mean, I know we keep talking about it because there's always something new every freaking day about it.
Hot stuff, man. Hot stuff.
But I could give two flying fucks about the entire deal. If it goes through, it goes through. If it doesn't, it's no sweat off my back. I don't care.
We waited all this time for him to say this shit. Come on.
Yeah,
you could have
first.
That's my opinion. I mean, I have that's the way I feel about it. I think I don't see why people are making such a fucking big deal out of this damn deal. I mean, this deal should have been done and over with already, man. Like, honestly, it should have either gone through or not have gone through already. Like, it's just getting ridiculous, man. It's truly ridiculous. I can't believe we're in 2023 and we're still talking about this fucking shit.
Well, you blame that on Sony. Sony the one that kept making stretch out.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying I didn't say anybody whose fault it was. I didn't say anything like that.
I'm giving somebody whose fault it was.
Okay, well then you can do that, but I'm not gonna give any fault to anybody because I don't give a crap about it.
All right, there we go. That's all we need to hear. We're past the time anyway. We got to go. All right, guys, it was really good. Very good, solid discussions. It was fun. Let's go ahead and get out of here, man. Let's enjoy our weekend. Okay, so let's start off with, oh my God, let's start off with the person who was last on the topic, and that is Dark Optimus, man. Where can they find you at, man? Appreciate it as always coming through. Give me your perspective. You know what I'm saying?
From a donut shop. That's where he gonna be.
From a PlayStation point of view. You know what I'm saying? We also have our PlayStation brothers and sisters out there. We welcome you. And, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes you're going to have to get this work. But anyway, where can they find you at, brother?
Yeah, you guys can find me on Twitter, Dark Optimus. You can also find me on Xbox and PlayStation at the same name. And as always, K-Mega, it's been a blast, man. Always.
Well,
not really a blast today because I was just fucking out of it all day. But
it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, you're out in LA, you know what I'm saying? Jump in one of those, what was that? Those special waters out there in LA, and you know,
$7 water.
And just you know, soak yourself in the, what was that? Meta I can't do it. I was gonna try to do that joke where Prince said that on the Dave Chappelle show. But anyway, whatever. It fell flat. Sorry. Wah wah wah.
Yeah, you just
it fell real flat.
Entire show right there.
I ruined it. Anyway, Viper, where can they find you at, man?
Find me on Xbox at RG Viper X. You can find me on Steam at the same name.
Fanboy. He said Xbox first, man. He didn't say you can find me gaming. He said Xbox first, man. What a fanboy.
I mean,
I said Xbox first, so am I a fanboy now?
I'm just giving him a hard time.
Yeah, I'm on the PC, on Steam, and on the Xbox. Not on Twitter that much. I'll just look at it once in a while to see what stupidity runs wild on there. Hopefully see me next week on GRG.
Hopefully. I don't know. Anyway.
Hopefully.
No, it'll be here if you come. So, all right. Sir X-Man. You know what I'm saying? It was the clean feed to Mogwai. The Mogwai must have been eating vegan today. So what's going on, man?
I figured I'd be nice.
Okay. All right. Where can they find you at, bro?
Sir X-Man, just as it's spelled in my name on Xbox. Sir X-Man on Twitter, just as it's spelled. Sir X-Man 1 on Twitch. And just Sir X-Man straight, no spaces on Steam if you want to join me over there sometime. That's about it. I will be streaming some more. Burnout Revenge probably tomorrow. So if you're interested, come on by and take a look.
All right. No doubt. Go check out Sir X-Man. And last but not least, Ham Solo. Where can they find you at? We know that you got a list of things that you do during the week. So why don't you go ahead and let everybody know where they can find you at, man?
Yeah, so I'm at the cusp of finally hitting 500 subscribers on my channel.
Let's go!
ESWS Gaming.
Let's go.
Please go there, check it out. I've done some fantastic interviews lately with some fantastic people. As for where I'm going to be tomorrow, I will be on Game On Daily with Gaz, Asa, and Randall Thor 19.
Mm-hmm. Good deal.
That should be a good time. But yeah, I'm on my channel, TSWS Gaming, Monday through Friday. I always have something going on. On the weekends, it's more kind of chill with the family and whatnot.
All right. No doubt. And as usual, man, you can come and check me out on this channel. I do leave some community stuff in the on my channel for if it's Don, if it's Ham Solo, if it's Xbot, if it's somebody else. If I see something, I'll usually post it in there. Not all the time, but because I usually forget because I'm usually be gaming or hanging with the wife or doing whatever. But yeah, go check out the stuff in the community. Also, I've started a TikTok, so you could go check out that content. It's same name, K-Mega405.
Are you gonna be dancing on that TikTok?
You know what? Here when I get to that design, when I get to close to my first, well, I've already met my first goal weight. When I get to my second goal weight, so yeah, I'll probably will be. So yeah, go check it out. Yeah, I'm gonna be wearing the chinchilla without no shirt, baby. Let's go.
Oh, hell no. God, no.
GRG OnlyFans.
GRG. You know what I'm saying? We coming to you live and direct. Anyway, check out Fight Night Sunday. We'll be doing it after the Super Bowl, so come and check it out. If you want to check out last week's Fight Night Sunday, it was great. It was fun. Yobi came through. We sit there and had a good time. There was other people, C-Mac. C-Mac always come and checks it out. Shout out to C-Mac, PlayStation dude. Can't wait till we get this cross-play so we can go ahead and settle this. I had to beat his head a couple of times with Street Fighter. He's really good at Street Fighter, and he's good at Tekken too. You know what I'm saying? But, he had to succumb to the throat needle. He will not play me in Dead or Alive for some reason. I don't know, but, he probably don't want to get that work. But C-Mac, said if you hear me, I'll see you Sunday, brother. Hey, I hope the Super Bowl seems like it's going to be really fun. Hope you guys enjoy it. I'm definitely going to be watching it. And then Saturday, I will be streaming something with Don, or if not, I will be streaming something multiplayer. So come and check that out tomorrow evening. So other than that, thank you guys. Enjoy your Saturday. Well, it's not Saturday, it's Friday still here. And if you go and hit the club, the spot, or anything like that, you're about to get out there and you're about to find you some strange, remember, wear that hat, man. You know what I'm saying? But enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to live through y'all because I'm a married man now. And, get that pants off, dance off, jumping off. Let's go. It's about to get summertime.
That's your new Twitter handle, huh?
Oh, yeah.
That's your new Twitter. That's your new handle for TikTok? Pants off, dance off?
Pants off, dance off, baby. Let's go. Anyway. All right, guys. See y'all later. Have a good one. Have a blessed one, y'all. Peace. Oh, my goodness. Good night.
Hey, thanks for checking out the GRG podcast. All your gaming news and our special topic of the week. Make sure to join us every Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 p.m. Central, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. This was the GRG podcast.